things will be a little bit better this time.
Third time's the charm, as they say.
We just had a slow-mo Tonya go.
Alright.
Okay. It seems to be going better. It's a little bit laggy, but
Yeah.
We'll deal with it.
We'll deal.
Let's get this
As
show
long
on
as
the
the
fucking
sound
road.
is fine, it shouldn't be double now
Yeah.
because I've gone through all the audio sources and it should be just one now.
Yeah.
Just mute
Again,
the
terribly
sending.
sorry. We've swapped from 2 cameras to 3 and mute stuff.
Our top camera's having the most trouble.
It's fine.
There we go.
We don't fucking care.
No, we don't want to play.
We want to play.
We want to
Saying
play.
she can hear it doubled.
That's so weird. Why?
But you played
that-
it out loud.
Yeah,
though.
that's because
Oh,
your
that's-
desktop audio was on.
Come in. Right, get in the fucking chair.
Get in the
Get in the chair, please.
It's still having lagging.
It's fine.
Oh, like
Yeah.
It's fine.
So, we only have 2 choices now. We continue as is, or we cut out one camera.
No,
Should we just go for it?
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, as long as people can hear us. If you guys are fine with hearing us and maybe not seeing everything in real time, then, you know, because this seems like it's not gonna fix itself for some reason.
Would YouTube work better? No. I
No,
don't think so.
No, that would take
absolutely
a lot
not.
Pop a brick.
Yeah.
You just smudged over the entire screen. Okay, no.
All right.
Oh, this is really sad.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
is. It's very sad,
Sad
but
face.
I mean, what can you do?
Yeah,
Buy a new laptop.
Yeah, for sure.
for sure. Definitely.
In
I
any
can
case,
hear it working really hard, and it usually is not that noisy.
Yeah.
Usually when we do this. So.
the sound is working, as I understand it. No double ups now.
No. Okay, now
Oh.
I think, says Lutra Jim.
All right, we'll go with it.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, we do have these processed into podcasts by these 2 workhorses in front of me. I should call them the Shire horses. And that is the bit that literally, that's the one that's recorded.
Yeah. That's the most important part.
Yeah.
I mean, we would obviously love for you guys to be able to watch the video live and everything, but sometimes it just doesn't work out. So, but Rin will try to fix it as we go, see what
And
happens.
I'm thinking before the next episode we should do a bit of a dry run. We'll play with a couple of us, just do something in between sessions.
Yeah.
Yeah. While we maybe discuss, you know, where we started and got all the way here. Maybe we can talk about that later. But in
Figure it
any
out.
case, learning by doing, and failure is the best teacher, said the small green thing who never had to fight for anything in his life. You know, I'm talking about Yoda. I think we covered all of the announcements before, so let's not go over them again.
No.
So as soon as you're ready, so you don't get, just stop trying to fix it. Stop.
I've just deleted some gigabytes of stuff on my PC, which hopefully
Hopefully that will help.
Nothing important, just wedding photos, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Empty the trash can on the desktop.
Yeah. Oh, actually,
I love it.
Anyway, just really quickly, I play Valeth on the Kestrels. I am a kind of goody two-shoes, stuck-up former circle mage and an elf, and she just got married and she just met her parents-in-law, and she got really, really drunk, and now they're heading to save the world, I guess.
Oh! Could you introduce the others, and then next time Sonova can introduce everyone, but
Oh
like
my
do it
God.
from like Valeth's point of view.
Wow,
This is Firil.
that's a lot to ask just on the go, but okay.
Oh, that's where it's best. It's natural. It's organic. Who's that?
That's Firil, played by Sunniva. Firil is kinder than she thinks, but she also doesn't like to share. her feelings or anything else really. Yeah, I mean, we recently learned who her father is, so that's progress. And last time she was the serious one of the bunch, which was weird.
Everyone else was weird.
Yeah, everyone else was weird. And then we have Tonya, aka Gaffy, the pretty decent big boy, the best boy.
Underlined.
Yeah. He's an elven warrior, used to be half-elf, but not anymore after he took a nap and roamed around the Fade. He's a mage warrior. Arcane warrior, emerald knight. I lose track of how many titles he has because now he's like a pirate captain or something too, the savior of a people.
He's Gaffy, holder of the many titles.
Yes, holder of
And a
many
pretty
titles.
decent big boy.
Yes. He's like our answer. He's like our version of Daenerys if Daenerys was a dude and didn't have dragons.
He kind
Well,
of
he
has
kinda-
though.
Well, he kind of has though, because he has Kaida and Talia. So I guess he's the boyfriend of dragons. I don't know. And then we have our trusty tank Thann.
Yes.
Thann the man who got some last time he was on the show.
Is that what happened?
He got some snaggy snag at
Yeah.
least.
I thought you went out to get a sandwich or
He
something.
got a something something.
The last session, the session before the last session.
Yeah, during the wedding.
But he had sex, right?
We don't know.
What? I want to ask because I don't know what summon is, and I'm curious.
Sex, Thann?
Hmm?
Did Thann have sex?
All
You
the
don't know.
We
No
don't
one
know.
knows.
We don't know. He hasn't told.
He got a kills.
We know that
Yeah, it kills
they
kids.
fooled around. Thann also doesn't share too much. He keeps the cards close to his chest as well, and seems to be deep in thought and pretty grim a lot of the time. Doesn't really
or
know
likely
what.
bemused over
Yeah.
the shenanigans that these three
Yeah.
elves drag him into.
He has a close relationship to Firil and Gaffy especially. Little bro and little sis, I suppose.
Well, we're the same age.
Yeah, what
She's
kind
older.
But still,
Yeah.
I think Thann is a little older.
Thann is a little older. He's 21 now, I think.
Yeah.
She's when?
He started out as 20.
Anyway, recap from last episode, Game Master. Because now we know all the characters.
Yeah, when you're trying to say Game Master and Dungeon Master at the same time, it comes out as Dame Master.
Game
Or
Master.
Gungeon. Gungeon Master.
Gungan Master?
I will be forever known as the Gungeon Master. Crap, that's what I'm missing. Hang on.
No.
Oh no.
Bye.
I know what
It's
he's getting.
important!
Okay.
It's not.
Ryurai Art says,
I know what it
Hashi,
is, and
Gaffy,
it's
holder
not.
of many titles.
Rick
Oh, the
into
Fez
the
is
style.
back.
Gary!
Oh my god.
You should put that on top.
Gary the
Gary.
backdrop.
When Gary's earned his wage,
Rick
then,
has named the backdrop Gary.
where Fez is now, because Fez is a cool. So, in the last episode, we actually did get to meet Keth, who recently got married by. That makes it sound like it was like an action, like Valeth married the crap out of Keth.
Well, actually, I think he married the crap out of Valeth,
Oh yeah,
to be honest.
I think it was a simultaneous.
marrying
marriage.
the crap out of
Yeah.
each other.
It was a mutually assured destruction via marriage.
That seems like a pretty shitty wedding.
You would know, you were there. There was also
If
ghosts.
he married the crap out of her?
Yep. Oh.
There you go. Now we got it.
I will banish you to the toilet again.
Yeah. Lutra says he's trying to
When
be
did we
Doctor
get
Who.
Yeah.
What?
And Ryurai says, yes, the Fez.
Say yes to the fest.
Yes, say yes to the Fez.
The last time we played an RPG together, I actually sent Rin out because her character turned into a werewolf. And then I found out at a later date that she'd actually gone online to Instagram and moaned
Yes.
about the whole
Yeah,
thing.
yeah.
She was actually giving me sass.
We
from
saw
beyond.
it.
So next time I'll send her away without her mobile.
And then Charlie's Dragon says, and then consummating the hell out of the marriage. Which
Oh, yes.
they also did.
There was much consummation.
Yes.
Oh, I'm sorry. Also, Gaffy may have broken Luna's heart. And then she
Yes.
may have, gone and joined the bad guys. But then they went out and bumped into Keth's parents, who were leading a guerrilla group attacking Red Templars in the fields to the west.
While the rest of our army was
Heading
moving.
north up the trade road to Markham. which, by the way, is actually bigger than I thought it was. I made some terrible mistakes as I've been playing this. Like, did you know that Shakokra is actually meant to be female and possibly pronounced differently?
No, it's not.
Yeah.
Because you made a name that is likely based off another actual
Yes.
title.
Yes.
And then you made
of.
your own character.
Yeah. Doesn't matter. We decided.
I used
Yes.
to go with the adage, good doesn't matter, elf with a beard. So
We agreed to go straight into the playing, or at least at Rick's behest. But
Oh god. I mean,
But yeah, no. Keth's parents are guerrilla soldiers, not gorillas.
yeah.
Just to clear that up. For the
Because I was like, were you fraternizing with gorillas?
oh
they're
god.
called gorillas. It's G-U-E-R.
I've gone for one session.
Gorilla.
Gorilla. Yeah.
Gorilla.
Gorilla,
Or
but
guerrilla.
gorilla.
Guerrilla.
Guerrilla.
Are you kidding me? Like,
It's a
BBC
double L Spanish. In Spanish, double
Guys.
L's is a J.
Guys.
I don't buy
Guerrilla.
Oh my
I
god,
don't buy the
guys.
BBC. Alright!
Guys! Jeez! Look like
You can't just throw it at me. Right to reply. God.
Charlie's Dragon says, I know, just messing about.
I expect nothing less from a
Okay.
stinking, filthy Gryffindor.
Oh. Shots fired.
Said the Slytherin. Okay.
I never found my way in. I'm more like a slither outside. So, to begin. We, in the last episode, we found out at the very end via Gaffy Vision, who has been constantly trying to get in touch with Kaida. Finally, he got through, though the result was rather intimidating. Not only did he notice that nearby in the village further north, in the Vimark mountain range, was his stepbrother Belisarius, but also a very Belisar.
Mm-hmm.
It's not a dinosaur.
I want to refer to him as Belisarius Rex. Fudge. Alright. But also, see, I really want to say the names wrong on purpose now. Also, Luna.
Looney Bin?
And also the apothecary and what looked like a very heavily injured Leclerc.
Yes. And I got up to bed, woke that one, and then ran into those bedrooms and woke them up.
I had to stop her at this point because I was like, I want to go to bed.
We're
You're
done.
And ironically, you're waking everyone else up.
Yep.
This episode is going to be a few days later.
Yeah.
You're not going to be with Keth's family at this point. And before we actually do start, I'm going to talk a little about something else. Somewhere else, and someone else. In a darkened room, and a scarred hand moves a white feathered quill across a scroll. It writes this. During the autumn of Dragon 941, all eyes of Thedas looked south to the Herald of Andraste and his war with the Elder One. Little did they know, as their wide, fearful eyes stared breachward, that a little north, across the waking sea, a second threat had risen, the Lyre. The Kestrels had endured much, loss, suffering, defeat, and revelations. Gaffy, son of Ness, lost his father and home to rise, becoming an avatar of an ancient past. Valeth, or otherwise known as a spirit of intelligence, Estra, took the mantle of her old friend, becoming her own being, capable of both hate and also capable of love. Firil, wayward and mischievous, would be pushed into taking on responsibilities and a mantle that her estranged father gave her, the Fox of Orlais. Thann, hybrid, mutant, and regarded as half-breed, found family in the Kestrels and new purpose amongst both forgiveness, sorrow, and love. I write this as a singular memory committed to parchment, for only the Maker knows what those last days demanded of us. Signed, the last Kestrel. Now, let's begin. So you guys are basically somewhere in the Vimark Mountains. It's midday, it's clear sky, except to the east and the south of you, where you presume is Markham, and a little beyond that, you can see this almost cyclonic formation of wind and storms over there. You can occasionally hear the odd rumble after the odd flash, and that storm that's been building up has been building up for the last few days. It doesn't seem to be getting any better. You're also fairly certain you can see hints of green in there. And you two, magical beings, have a sense of feeling you almost can feel part of you being dragged toward it, which is rather unsettling. Leaving behind the gorilla and Keth's parents.
Lutrudum says, in English it's pronounced gorilla.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah.
Also, Lutrudum says, what? Charlie's Dragon says, very well written. Leodai says, oh crap, this is becoming scary real. And Charlie's Dragon says, applauds.
You're welcome. It's going to get much worse.
Can't wait.
You're all going to die. Can't wait. Bring it on.
Angst!
That's literally Sonova coming out into Firil right there. It's like, Firil, what? Sonova showing, huh?
I'm just here for the post-drama shawarma.
Post-drama shawarma?
Yeah.
Oh my god, that's so cool. So, the three of you, both Valeth, Firil, and Gaffy, and also Keth, who is still carrying his loose arm in a bag around him.
So morbid.
So morbid. You're in the shorter tundra grass of the higher up. It's very windy. It's kind of bitter cold, although there's no clouds in the sky. It's coming into autumn, and to the east, as I say, you can see a big storm. You're actually looking down on a cut crest where an abandoned village sits. It's kind of familiar, actually, although to be fair, the huts in this region all seem to be made in the same architectural pattern. Round huts, wood logs. There must be about 5 or 6 of them, all before a rather well-kept cave of some kind. Just as with your vision in the last episode, you made out a lot of these not Venatori, not quite Tevinton troops. You instantly recognised them as being the same uniform as the assassins that accompanied your stepbrother, Belisarius. Although you haven't seen head nor tail of Belisar. Sorry? That's the thing. She went, I said Belisarius, your brother, and she went straight for the brother comment first. And telling them.
Also, Charlie's Dragon says, Rick put his best writing right at the beginning of the episode so the players couldn't mess it up. Smart move. Leodis is laughing my ass off.
Experienced move. Can't tell you how many times I've tried to do a big dramatic kind of line and everyone's just giggling. It's just, I'm trying to tell you the love of your life is dead.
Yes, but Valeth's drunk.
Keth is naked again. Somebody dress me. No, you haven't actually seen anyone in the area for a while. Now, I would like you to all roll stealth.
Yay!
Boo.
We get to roll dice now. Hooray!
I said yay, but I didn't really mean it.
That's the way you all in
I
chorus.
meant it.
Stealth. Where is stealth again? Dexterity, right?
Yes. Yeah, so we're swapping systems a lot, aren't we?
8.
Okay. Yeah.
I rolled an 8.
22. 15.
What did
I got a double 2.
the
So.
Keth get, right? So, why do you think Valeth is literally the worst?
It's because you said it was windy, so she's cold. She's walking there going chattering teeth and like freezing. She's cold. That's why.
Bless.
So basically just the teeth clattering together.
Yeah, that's why she's loud. She's failing because she's like.
Keth puts a cloak over your shoulders, and then, looking rather concerned, puts his hand over your mouth with his glove. He looks at both Firil and Gaffy apologetically.
Through the hand, she said, "Thank you."
Bless. Thann, would you mind rolling a perspective? Perspiration. Fuck! Perception!
Charlie's Dragon says Valeth doesn't even know what or where stealth is. Fitting.
Is it, which book is in it?
Yeah.
That's the thing.
I think he spots us.
Any focus?
See?
Or, you know what?
Yeah.
If you have hearing, that'd be actually work right now.
Yeah. Seeing, hearing,
I'll give
tracking.
you 3 for hearing.
Okay. Yep. So that's 23.
Yeah. You can easily make out the sound of a very familiar cold Valeth. She always gets cold. Yeah. It actually echoes down the wind to a point where, like, that's a man-made sound. That is not nature.
That
Valeth
is
made
a
son.
Valeth.
That is a Valeth made son.
You're fairly certain you heard the words, "I hate nature."
For sure.
How would you like to approach them? Openly or try and sneak up?
Openly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you see a rather tired... You got my message, by the way, right? Cool. You see a very tired-looking fan stomping up the hill just to the east. Well, come on, greet one of each other. Jesus.
Okay, we'll wave, I guess.
Gaffy is going to run up and give him a bro fist.
One of like, ah! No.
I think he'll go like, and then bring him in for a hug.
Yeah.
But click right trigger.
Hey, Thann.
I'm gonna pull out a blanket or whatever from my backpack and just throw it over Valeth.
Oh, thanks. I hate nature.
Yeah, I heard you say that repeatedly
Yeah.
as you approached.
Why is it always so cold?
You're just skinny.
That you should try wearing armor when it's this cold.
No, thank you.
Or try to put on some weight. Fat your ice
I
legs.
suggest we get to camp.
You have a camp? Or is it the army camp?
The army camp is set up south of Markham.
Right. Yes, we should head there. We promised we would rejoin them as soon as possible.
We are facing an army of Red Templars and Tenanters.
Well, figured as much, really.
Have you
Plus
seen?
demons.
What?
Have you seen any of the Minotauri fight amongst themselves?
Yeah, you had a dream.
Yeah.
Not that I can recall.
No. Any
or
dragons?
noticed.
Any intel at all beyond, like, movements, fortifications, things like that?
From a nearby village.
All very good questions, and nothing which Rin can answer.
No.
Essentially, that's for like a battle briefing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we'll talk about it when we get to camp, I suppose.
Oh yeah, sure. I have all of the intelligence for our entire army on me, just in case I get captured. You know, really handy.
Valeth doesn't know.
Bless. We seriously need to make like a stealth for idiots and put Valeth on the front.
The Magician's Field Guide to Stealth.
Also known as How to Not Pull a Valeth.
Yes.
Did you pull a Valeth?
Or Valeth.
Oh no! No.
All right, so we head to
Anyway.
camp.
Yeah.
See. Well, you know, this camp that you were talking about is a good like hour's ride east.
Oh.
So you're leaving behind the scene in front of you down there?
The village in front of us.
Mm.
Well, if does it look like there are people there that we can talk to or anything?
It's a
'Cause-
tricky one to say because you were informed that these Vints down here had been attacking the Red Templars. Belisar's down there. Luna's down there.
in
You're-
this village.
Yes.
Okay.
This is the one with apparently which had Luna and the apothecary.
Okay. Okay. Well, then we
Leclerc.
And Leclerc.
So before we join up with the army, we need to check out this village because Gaffy saw some things that we might need to look into.
I'm pretty sure it was Kaida sending me a message through dreams,
Oh.
like I have done.
Then we better go and check it out.
possibly Leclerc, Apothecary.
Lots of old friends and potentially enemies.
Hey, Firil.
Mm-hmm.
Because you're really being quiet right now, you can hear this kind of whistling sound. Like, it's really weird because it's just all over the place, and at the same time, it sounds like it's increasing in sound.
So it sounds like something that's coming towards us. Downwards.
Swooping.
Yeah.
Swooping
Like a
is
dragon.
bad.
It's very bad.
Drink.
I look up, I guess.
Yep, there you see a like a line of dark against the sun, about this big, and it's just
Who's
Getting
closest
bigger?
to me? I guess
Um,
it's Valeth and
Keth.
Keth.
Hmm.
I will punch Keth in the shoulder and point up.
Hey, what? Oh,
What's that?
uh,
Is it getting bigger? Is it coming towards us?
uh.
Is it something in the sky?
Keth is slowly but surely stepping backwards, like.
Is
Just-
it a dragon?
There's not many things in Thedas which can make this kind of impression, to be fair. It's one really ambitious pigeon that is currently falling out of the stratosphere. No, I'm kidding. It's it's a freaking dragon.
Is it blue and brown?
You can't tell from this point because it's kind
Too
of flying
far
at
away.
you from the direction of the freaking sun.
But it's coming.
But yeah, it's a dragon and it's coming down really quickly. You have literally 5 seconds to
Okay.
react to this.
Let's hide.
I'll just, tuck and roll, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Could you roll an acrobatics?
Oh yeah, for
quickly?
sure. I will
just wanna
definitely
see how
roll.
successful you are in this. because
Not
again,
very, I'm guessing.
I want Riorai to have something to draw.
Acrobatics, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay,
Nice
that's not
roll.
so bad actually. So that's
don't tell me that she does a ninja flip. I can't
12.
take it. All right, so she does an apt dodge.
Mm.
Do you kind of like?
I don't fall on my face. I just do it well enough that I don't look dumb and I don't hurt myself.
Just
How- what's the
shove
usual-
Keth in front of you.
Yeah.
So you
That
land
was
on
like,
him.
catch me!
There's the issue. Duck for cover. Shuffles behind Keth. Oh come on!
Or maybe Keth just, grabs me and jumps to the side. That seems very likely.
My God, you could get a T-shirt that it's like Valeth. My husband is a tank, or something like that. That's so good. All right, so
That's like over pool.
Valeth reacts by doing a very classy, pretty okay commando roll to the right into some bushes. Keth kind of like just turns to everyone, looks down in the bush and just walks over. And then hides behind the bush as best he can, despite the fact that he is around 3 times the size. What do you guys do? Firil, you're going to shadow, aren't you?
Yeah.
Do I even need you here?
No.
Oh, no.
Boom.
Please roll as bad as possible.
Yeah, I did.
It wasn't as bad as possible, but it was pretty close.
There are no runners-up in this. What?
Could be worse.
12, 15, 19.
19 is the worst you can do,
No.
ladies and gentlemen.
No, it's
And
not.
all in between.
Could have been worse.
Could have been way worse.
So Firil's gone.
Well, Gaffy's going to obviously 5-10 steps to the side or back. Something.
Something.
Slide to the left. Slide to the right. Crisscross.
Nice. The
And then a step to the right.
the dragon, which is the familiar one as you expected, by the way.
I think Thann probably just stays there.
It's a very Iron Bull kind of thing to do.
And
Look at that.
Kind of smirks a little bit, looking up at it.
Yeah. It's a beautiful thing. This dragon adjusts course at the last minute and dives on your horse and begins eating its throat out. It tears its head off cleanly in one go, and you can hear the last gurgling cries of the horse.
Whose horse?
Yours.
Haven't.
How did you get there? Did you just walk?
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I think
Oh,
we
sorry.
all have
What
horses.
I meant
Okay,
to say
yeah.
was, it ate Thann's car, which incidentally was a pretty smart Tesla.
It was a Prius.
Because obviously, oil wasn't invented.
Sorry,
in
I
those.
wasn't up to scratch with
No.
the horse anything. So I was like, horse?
Yeah.
Sarcasm aside,
Horse!
I really am interested to see what car would represent Thann. Definitely something big and
Hummer.
Humvee.
Mm.
Hummer.
Hummer.
Yeah.
That's Keth. No, Keth is
Monster
more like
truck.
a Land Raider. Anyway,
Yeah.
this is Kaida. And this is Kaida as a dragon.
Mm-hmm.
And this is Kaida as a dragon who is currently eating a horse head down. And it's literally just come down, not made any sounds. It's gone full lump
Mm-hmm.
onto this horse who's... and it's just tearing its pieces.
Well, Valeth will kind of go like, ugh, like shielding her eyes from the sight of it and just waiting until Kaida's done feasting, and then probably get up from the bushes and be like, Kaida, is that you?
Thann has just observed the whole thing. Like, he turned around to watch her do that and just like, well, that's unfortunate.
Gaff is just,
Probably freaked out the other horses.
standing there. Mouth agape.
Yeah.
Big eyes, like,
Yeah, Keth put his hand over your shoulder, like, shakes you a bit. Your girlfriend over there, she ate a horse.
I mean, I like women with an appetite, but that was a little bit rude.
she was probably starving.
Etiquette has never been Kaida's stronger suit, to be fair.
Yeah.
Wow.
If it is Kaida, I mean, it looks kind of like her dragon. I've never seen Kaida transform, but
It's her.
Uh-huh.
Speaking of which, the dragon, which looks like one of those, oh bless, what's it called? I'll let Riore fill in the details, actually,
Yeah.
she's already there. But it's a very specific kind of, a variation of a very specific kind of dragon. Because now in Dragon Age Inquisition, we have a list of the different types.
Yes.
And
Did
they're really
you
cool.
tell us what was the name of the dragon species that your dragon looks like when you're Kaida
Something like
in
a
dragon form?
Highland Ravager, I think.
Something like that.
Something big and beautiful.
Yeah.
And it turns its big head towards you. It's actually got reins and part of the saddle sticking out of its jaw. And it sees you, blinks for a second, and then starts thumping over with its big hooves. Its wingspan just brings itself in. And its clawed feet,
Yeah.
hoofy hoofs,
Mm-hmm.
dragon hooves, start stomping over. As this happens, her entire body seems to shimmer. While I cover up stomach acid. Just give me all the things.
Yes. Breakfast just having a lozenge.
Don't die.
Yeah, we still have a use for you.
Theodai says it's a Highland Ravager, and also Kaida did try eating a plate at some point. Which she did.
I think she did. Get out and walk. Alright. So, as this dragon Kaida. Drider? No. Starts stomping towards you. Its entire shape shimmers with this vibrant, rippling, almost holographic effect. And through this, and a combination of what seems to be some form of mist, the shape of the dragon disappears and seems to evaporate like some sort of idle thought. And then suddenly before you is Kaida. Now, you guys haven't seen her in a while. Gaffy was the last one to see her, I think. She looks taller. Filled out, I suppose is the best way of putting it. Her clothing seems to be a lot more practical, used, and she looks like she's been in the wilds, kind of reminiscent of how you found her originally, but altogether more adult. Similar in size and stature as Gaffy.
Yeah.
Also, she's currently kind of holding bloody reins, and her mouth is just covered in thick gore. She's looking at you all with like wide eyes, and yeah, and then she sees Gaffy. The reins drop to the floor.
Hi.
I can't do what she wants to do. She comes charging over. Keth's in the way. Keth isn't there anymore. Actually, there's a moment where Keth's like, oh, hey! And then suddenly he's like knocked to one side, like, okay! Before she leaps at you. Like, literally, thank you.
He's going to try to catch her.
Roll dexterity. Yeah, I'm making her. Come on. This would be hilarious if you miss and she just falls off the cliff.
14?
14? Oh, that's good enough. I mean, she's not making it a hard target or anything. Yeah. She jumps into your embrace, and the effect is instantaneous. She wraps her arms around you, around your neck, like quite tightly, and you feel something more than just her body in front of you. There is a very deep and resonating response right at the very core of your being.
Gaffy is going to squeeze tighter and just hold her.
Yeah, and everyone else is just looking at you. Keth is just pulling himself up. Valeth is probably pulling himself
I'm
up.
helping him up, yeah.
Yeah. You know what? Valeth's got twigs in her hair.
Yes.
How'd you like that?
Well, she did dive into a bush, so that's fine.
He, Keth, by the way, pulls a twig out of your hair, like, He's got one, like...
Yeah, she'll do the same.
Yeah.
Just pull it out, like, look how cute they are.
What?
Did the Kaida in dragon form, by any chance, spit out the saddle and saddlebags and stuff?
Yeah, they're on the floor, thankfully.
Okay.
Although, the meat... Well, that's between her and the magic she used.
Thann's probably gonna just stroll over and take out the important contents of the saddlebags and put it in his backpack.
Did not survive dragon slobber.
The saddlebags or the contents?
Yes.
Well, I guess that's those rations.
You now have blood all down here from transfer.
I guess he doesn't notice because he's too preoccupied in still hugging Kaida and taking in her scent.
Creepy.
There's actually something almost floral that's slightly above the smell of dead horse. It's an interesting one, you have to admit. It's like getting a positive vibe off the smell of like grandma's house kind of thing, you know.
It feels nostalgic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The worst part is, as she pulls away slightly, her mouth kind of almost hovers within the inch marker of yours. And yeah, I'd like you to roll willpower, please.
It's a double. What type of willpower? Just straight willpower? Or?
Oh, it's gonna be self-control.
Self-discipline.
He's a teenage boy.
I love how you described her as as attractive as grandmother's house.
The smell. The smell.
Blood and flowers.
The smell of old people and blood.
Okay, then 15.
15?
I think.
Yeah. How do you want to do this?
What do you mean? How do I want to do
Well,
this?
her Kaida's face is an inch away from yours.
He kisses her.
Yeah, he does. Even if you say he doesn't, you failed. So you were going. So everyone else sees them two literally locking lips in the way young passion does.
Oh, well, okay.
None of this Jane Austen bullshit. No.
He's a fuckboy.
I don't remember them being this friendly.
Well, I guess he just likes every girl he meets. This is
Well, it kind of seems like it, yes.
Yes.
I mean, first you and then Luna.
Keth is like...
Thann is just
So-
standing,
Hey.
trying to get dragon slobber
Oh,
off. It's like,
goodness.
well, when it comes to exchanging bodily fluids, I
Oh.
guess that would be preferable to this.
Yeah, I'm sorry
Ew.
about that.
Thann, this is a magical moment. Do not ruin this. Also, he nudges Firil. Firil, that could have been you.
Okay, Charlie's Dragon says, kiss the girl, horse blood and everything. And Lutra Gem says, pretty decent fuckboy.
There you go.
I'm going to write down all these t-shirt ideas.
Pretty decent fuckboy now.
We haven't fucked anyone.
No.
He's kissed two
Girl,
girls.
please.
I mean, come on.
Hey, when the human race chooses to use the word slut correctly, then I will start using fuckboy correctly, alright? Alright. Also, what is it?
Goodness.
You know what they say. You shouldn't have trusted a fuckboy. Whoa.
That's some, what is that, Taylor Swift wisdom right over there?
Gaffy's just having his first kiss-a-thon.
Yes, yes. And we're all awkwardly like trying to pretend like we don't see it.
But we're all staring.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
commenting.
For sure. Like,
Right, have you been checking your messages from Rio, right?
Oh no, Real Ray's going to send me hate mail. Hang on.
Oh no.
she just wrote in the chat.
No one's sending any messages.
Oh, okay. She says, seems my messages doesn't go through, so I'll write it again.
Mm.
In the chat.
Lutra says you don't need to have fucked to be a fuckboy.
No,
which is
this
true.
is very true.
Still, two girls? I mean, come on.
Yeah.
It's more than the rest of us have.
A fuckboy plays with hearts.
Yes.
That's what they do.
Yeah.
Mm.
He'll tell you he wants you and that you're everything, and then 2 days later he has someone else that is his everything.
So, he hasn't done that.
Yes, he has. Bias.
No,
Rio and I is very happy.
Yeah.
She's posting hearts. What? I love this!
He's 16.
Mhm.
No, 17? 18?
18.
He's 18.
Yeah.
He's learning.
Yes, he is. Yes. So,
Yeah, maybe they
Well,
should do elves. You know, you're an elf. Do elves breathe? Because
last time I checked, they did. I'm sorry to interrupt you guys from what is clearly a happy reunion. But the village, the Tevinters, Belisar, we should probably look into that.
Gaffy.
I'm happy to see you again, Kaida. Just not as happy as Gaffy is, clearly.
Dude, seriously.
I like that door.
Copies.
I mean, guys, it hasn't lasted for this long, okay?
Well, now
Hang
it
on,
has.
hang on.
Now it has.
Yes, it has.
It's a kiss-a-thon.
Well, okay, fine. He'll gently put her down and straighten his clothes and be like all red in the face and just... right.
Do you need a clipboard to
to hide behind.
No!
Not here.
Your mouth. You get a slate. You realise that your mouth actually tastes of, raw meat. Kaida's looking at you with glittering eyes, rosy cheeks. This kind of
Bloody mouth.
yeah, she's got blood and gristle coming out of her mouth, and then she realizes that she's kind of moved half of it to your face, and she kind of just goes from shocked and horrified to. You know, I imagined this moment for so long, and then it happened, and now you have horse on your face.
Yeah, he's going to crack up as well.
I am so happy. You guys are all alive.
We're very happy to see you too, sweetie.
She
Thann is just like...
Except for maybe
Snap.
Thann. You did eat his horse.
was that what that was?
Mm-hmm.
She falls onto her butt, like tired.
What's going on?
What's wrong?
Being a dragon is really hard
Mm-hmm.
because big appetite and there's nothing left around here.
Because of the Red Templars and the Tevinters?
A lot of the livestock's been chased off, and honestly, I feel really guilty for eating stuff. And it's kind of gross sometimes,
Uh-huh.
but I get over it.
Uh-huh. So what have you been doing all of this time?
Flying mostly, and then eating. And then I got the fire to work, which was awesome.
I believe you.
Get a sore throat sometimes.
Gaffy is going to take out our clean napkin and start to wipe her chin.
No prestidigitation in Dragon Age, folks. No, ma'am.
No, they have Mabaris for that.
Dog, I am filthy. Clean my armor.
Slubber, slubber, slubber.
So, yeah. Been busy.
Uh-huh. Gaffy's told us a little bit of the things you guys went through when we were all separated. But there are still holes in this timeline, I suppose.
She's, like, you realise that she's not listening to you because she's looking over your shoulder at Keth.
What? Kaida? Hello? Valeth just waves her hand in front of Kaida's face and like, what is it? What?
He's dead.
No, he's not.
No, but he died.
No, he fell into the fade. He's
What's that? Wait.
You know the magical dream realm beyond the veil? Yeah, that's where he landed.
You went to you fell into the squishy place? Keth kind of snorts a little. Squishy. Squishy place.
Not very squishy, I'm afraid.
No, very not squishy. Very much of this sharp place.
No, he's alive. We found his arm, which is good. We just haven't attached it yet, if we can at all. And we got married a couple of days ago. So.
You got married?
Yes. Oh, and I cut my hair and lyrium
technically
poisoning
Thann
and stuff.
cut her hair.
Yes, well, I asked him to.
She's looking at Firil and Thann. Actually, has Firil made an appearance, or is she still shadowing?
Nah, she's there.
Is it like she materializes behind you? So, anything else?
A lot of stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
So many things.
Stuff.
It's a long story, and I don't
Thann
think
has
we'll
a boyfriend.
be.
I met Keth's parents. Yeah, he does have a boyfriend.
Yeah, she's I'm way up in your grill about this. Tell me everything.
That is kind of like. So Gaffy.
No. Me and Talia have a bit of a wager going, and I want to know if I won.
But I mean, have Thann and Kaida ever met before?
I think so.
Yes.
Yeah.
At
Okay.
Equin House.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. They have.
Yeah, Talia is her sister, the other dragon.
Ah, right. Yes.
I mean, she was the dragon.
Yes.
I seem to recall you mentioning it at some point.
Yeah.
Apparently, other people have normal days.
Yeah, we don't know anything about that.
No.
No.
It would be too boring. But is he like you?
Kind of.
No.
Partially.
That is not an answer.
I still haven't met anyone like me. So. No.
Well, because Thann is half Kunari, but
The other is full
yes.
Canary.
So half similar, I guess you could say.
He's bigger.
How big?
Big.
But, head.
Look, we
Is he bigger than
haven't
Gaffy?
really
Yeah.
talked about the whole.
How big is a Gaffy? Is it like 2 Gaffys or 1.5 Gaffy?
I'm not sure. I haven't really
I'm
thought of
just
Gaffy as a
gonna-
unit of measure before.
Really, you should try it. I mean, he's a pretty decent big boy for
Yes.
wrestling.
Yeah. Sure. But
Thann, where are you going?
uh,
Thann! Did I say something wrong?
I
haven't spoken to anyone in like
the
a
whole
month.
thing with this boyfriend thing. I don't even know if they're actually boyfriends or not. It's new, and I think Thann is a little bit uncomfortable with it. Maybe.
Oh, I used to be uncomfortable about things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you know.
But about the village down there, do you know anything about that? Because Gaffy saw a vision or had a dream or something.
The dream you sent me. You sent me a dream, right? It was you.
It was a bit of an accident. I don't know what I was doing. I was just kind of having dreams about you as normal, but it wasn't the normal kind of dream. And the next thing I know, you're there, standing beside my head. So
Okay. Well, what you showed me in your dream. You showed me Luna. You remember Luna, right?
Who was the crazy girl?
The one with red hair.
The
She was talking to this person with a mask, dragon mask.
Luna, red hair or brown hair?
Red.
Luna's got red hair.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
That's right. Okay, cool. Alright, cool.
And
It was definitely Luna, right? I'm kidding. Go on. Sorry.
and you showed me the apothecary and Leclerc on a stretcher, or no, between two guys.
I didn't know who I was looking at. I have to admit, I was really hungry.
You were in a dragon form because I
Yeah.
remember seeing your dragon wings.
I was just looking at food and trying to decide whether it was worth
Yeah,
it. or not.
it was close by this village. You've been here for a little while, haven't you?
Yeah. I was up by the there's a little pool of water up there, which points up to the ridge further up, and it overlooks the whole village. And this was about like a day or two ago.
Right. So they might still be down there.
Oh, they're still down there. They haven't moved.
Yeah.
Otherwise, any one of them that strays, I eat.
Because the thing is, if the apothecary and Leclerc are down there, we should really try to liberate them.
Okay.
And if Luna and Belisar are down there, they are probably in a lot of trouble.
But okay.
But I'm just thinking, because in the vision I clearly saw that they had some sort of a discussion or argument, and I could see that the soldiers or assassins with Belisar were attacking the Red Templars.
Oh yeah, they've been doing that for a while.
Do you know why?
Nope.
No.
Never bothered to ask them.
I mean, because the last time we met Belisar, I mean, he dragged me into the ruins of the tower after the blast, and we had a chat, and I'm not sure, but it seemed that he might have had, I don't know, maybe a change of heart, that he maybe doesn't hate me as much as he thought he did. I don't, maybe I...
It's a big risk to take.
Belisar is my half-brother that I thought was dead.
Whoops.
I'll
Families.
explain.
You know, I'm so glad that I only have a sister, because family is hard.
Family is very hard. So do you think we should just march in there and try to talk to Belisar, or do you think we should split up and have someone search for the apothecary and declare while you talk to him?
I think maybe that could be something, yeah, because I'm not sure where Luna stands right now.
No.
Because she was pretty mad, and I don't blame her. I don't at all. She was pretty mad the last time.
Why would she be mad at you? Why would anyone be mad at you? Apart from me. What have you done?
I broke her heart.
She seemed to be walking okay. I mean, most people would die from that kind of injury.
No, I mean,
You hurt her feelings. Thann comes walking back with another horse.
she told me that she loved me, and I replied that I did not love her.
Oh well, that's fine.
It's not though.
It's not.
I will explain.
She misinterpreted Gaffy's kindness as romantic gestures, I think, and took it pretty badly when he told her that it was not romantic.
Yeah. Okay, basically. She was hurt. She didn't want to go, and to distract her enough so that she would go, I kissed her.
Yeah, you visibly see Kaida's face twitch a little. I think you should then maybe... I don't know. Do you think maybe you need to kill her?
I don't want to.
Are you sure? Have you really thought about it?
What do you
The,
mean?
the thing is with Luna, we don't really know where she stands, and she might have defected to the other side, or she might not have. So we are just going to have to wait and see. And regardless of whether or not you like her or not,
Oh, I haven't got a problem with Luna.
totally not a problem.
Nothing. I'm just gonna go over here. I'm gonna go over here. Okay.
So, I realize you probably want to give Belisar a chance, talk to him, but at the same time, we have been blue-eyed and naive before, trusted people too much, so I don't think we go in with all our cards on the table.
No, definitely not.
So the question is, how do we want to go about finding Leclerc and the apothecary and potentially Luna?
I think we should split up. I think really that I should talk to Belisar. Hopefully Luna's not there, but if she is, then maybe she can get her frustrations, anger ventilated somehow. But I should be a decoy. You should definitely find Leclerc.
Yeah, but you're not going alone. You can't go to see Belisar by yourself. That's just not happening. So someone has to go with you. And some of us have to go look for Leclerc and the apothecary. So, who wants to go with Gaffy and who wants to go look for Leclerc and the apothecary? Personally, I have no problems going for Leclerc and the apothecary, because if Leclerc is indeed injured, as you saw in your vision, I can at least heal her up some.
Yeah. Yes, you can, but can you be stealthy enough?
Well, that's the... If I have you with me, probably.
Maybe if you go with me, then Firil and Thann, who are the most stealthy,
Can go with you.
No, they
No, can go with me.
no.
Go and find.
Go and find Leclerc and the
Yes.
apothecary.
Well, that's true. Okay.
We can always patch them
And
up
and,
later.
and maybe Keth and Kaida can stand by.
Well, either that or me, you, and Keth go to see Belisar.
And
And
Kaida joins
The others.
the others.
Yes.
Yeah, I think that.
And if any of us are in trouble, we just need to work out a signal so that we know to either, get out of Dodge or come help.
This is gonna be good. What signal are you gonna come up with?
Easy. You can just make Kaida go into dragon form, I guess.
Or
That's
or
only
I
work
could
one
just shoot
way
up
around.
like an arcane lance,
Yeah.
from where we stand, like a flare,
Mm.
Yeah, we'll just do that.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Arcane flare.
Yeah, arcane flare.
But we don't have...
We could maybe have Kaida shoot up some flame into the air. Would that be possible, Kaida?
Kaida's got her back towards everyone. And she's just like putting her hands like this. Yeah, sure.
Or Tsundere is showing.
Gaff is going to go over to her, take his hands on her shoulder. Are you okay?
She kind of stiffens up when you put your hands on her shoulders. Big sigh. Turns around. She's looks like she may be a little wet around the eyes. I'm okay. I just didn't know so much had happened since you had been away.
You and me both, really. I mean, if this all goes well, I would like to have a talk with you later.
What if it goes badly?
If you have something to say, you should say it now. And then we'll move in. I think that's probably...
I'll make it brief then.
We'll give you some privacy. And we
Yeah.
Thank
we
you.
step
Move away.
aside.
Keth doesn't really pay attention for a second. She's
Go
Thann
away,
kind
Keth.
of grabs his, grabs him around the shoulders,
Okay.
like, we're moving on now.
Hey,
buddy."
hey, Firil, do you want to try and stealth and sneak, like eavesdrop, or there's no loot
I don't
there?
think
Firil
is
is
very
definitely
interested in that.
She's just relieved Gaffy's moved on to someone else.
Okay, once they moved off a little bit, Kaida. How much do you remember? I mean, have you gotten back any more memories from when we went to the temple and you told me you had foggy memories?
No. Although I do seem to do things now and then, and I don't know why. Like sending that message to you. I didn't mean to do that. I didn't know I could.
Yeah. Okay.
Still learning about this dragon thing as well. Seems natural, but sometimes I have to remember that I'm Kaida.
Yes.
I think my sister does it easier. She says it gets easier with time, but yeah.
I'm pretty sure you will get a hang of it
Well,
eventually.
she should be back soon, in a
Mm.
few days.
Yeah, I hope so. And anyway, you said in case things goes badly. In that case, I just want you to know that you mean quite a lot to me. Even more than what I initially thought.
More than Luna, right?
Way more. To
Alright.
be quite honest with you, you're actually, I can feel that you are the most important person.
To you or to like the world kind of thing?
To me.
Because the world can go jump off a cliff.
You're the most important and the most dear person to me, Kaida.
She puts a hand on your cheek, very tenderly.
Mm.
You are a much better kisser than you are a talker.
Thanks. That doesn't really
You
say much
Get
because
cut off as she leaps into your face.
Ooh.
yeah, he's going to embrace it.
Yeah, I
Yes.
block. I fail! No! Could you imagine that? Using the combat rules for that?
Ryudai art is so happy.
Yeah, so, although you're not in eavesdropping distance, you can still
We can see.
Like, Keth is just kind of going, aw,
Young love.
right?
Yeah, they're cute. Bet you're feeling a bit relieved now?
Hmm.
Kinda
Guess.
dodged the arrow there, didn't ya?
I guess.
So what were we doing again?
We're going down into the village and me and Gaffy and you are going to try to talk to Belisar and see if he is potentially on our side or nobody's side. And Firil, Thann and Kaida will go looking for Leclerc and the apothecary.
Yeah.
So we're kind of the decoy, so to speak. Because we might end up striking an alliance with Belisar, but just in case he's not on our side or he's on someone else's side in general.
He's a Vint.
Yeah. But we have to take the alliances we can right now. We can't be choosy.
Alright.
The first order on the agenda is to get rid of the Red Templars and the Liars. The Tevintans we can deal with later. If they're fighting amongst themselves, good for us. It's not ideal. I know.
Just for a straight up fight as well.
Yeah.
He thumbs over his shoulder towards where Gaffy is.
Mm-hmm.
Still. He's not going to be able to kill his brother. Stepbrother. I will. I'll happily do it.
If we have to, we will. We'll help him.
Say the word. I'll take his head off.
I believe you. And thank you for thinking of Gaffy. You've been through this before, so...
I don't know if I can really equate to, manifesting ancient elvish powers and being, hooking up with, a person who can turn into a dragon. But you are a bit spicy from time to time, so I suppose that's going to have to quit it.
I wasn't referring to me, more the fact that we had to kill your brother.
Oh, that? Right, yeah, okay.
But, sure.
Don't.
Yeah.
Thann is kind of just looking over at Firil and just like,
I don't know. She's just looking at her wrist for some reason.
So, how about them apples?
Yeah, really, apples and oranges. I know.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting. Yeah.
This bark is very intriguing.
So intriguing. Hey guys, are you done yet? Can we go?
Spicy.
Keth is just looking at all of you like, you suck. Well, let me go kill some Vince. Come on.
Pocket sundial.
Flintstones. Oh, God.
Spicy Valeth is also a t-shirt.
Yes. How'd you like your melon?
Spicy.
Spicy mage wife.
I'm not your spicy mage wife.
Not. Oh wait, no, it's not red lyrium. It's spicy lyrium.
Oh.
Okay.
Red hot chili lyrian.
So, how do you want to approach this then? You've already said that you want someone to go in as the decoy. The others are going to go in. Do you want to wait until dark? Yeah, 'cause it is
I
still-
think maybe we should walk in broad daylight.
Yes.
And I mean, Thann and Firil and Kaida are all pretty sneaky, so I think they should just veer off from us before we get close enough for them to see any of us.
That's sneaky.
Yeah. He's a scout and a tracker.
Yeah, I know. I just, I keep envisioning how he
I mean,
looks, and I'm
he's
like,
big, but
sneaky bus.
He's not full on Kunari height either. He's pretty tall, but not as tall as full on Kunari.
Stealth tank.
stealth tank.
It's a
And
stealth
if I
battleship.
fail a stealth test, I can re-roll it.
Oh my
So-
lord.
He's like those stealth airplanes, that the army has.
Big ones.
Very powerful, but super sneaky.
But you can see them if you're looking for something that looks hot. That's true.
No, he only shows up at infrared.
Not as funny. Alright, cool. So, should we go, first of all, roll up for some stealth rolls, please?
Yes.
I want to get an average from you three.
I'm not rolling.
Oh, right, yeah.
Kaida's rolling.
Oh, shit. I mean, boopy! Stinky! Uh-oh.
17?
You can cuss,
Mother...
Fucker.
What?
17?
17?
19. It's a double.
Yeah.
It's a double as well for me. But let me know if I failed it, because then I get a reroll.
You didn't fail it. But if you want to get higher, you can choose to do a
No,
reroll.
it's only if I fail it. It says specifically if you fail.
So if someone spots him, then I can reroll?
Don't be that guy. Seriously.
Charlie's dragon says, and if he fails the second stealth test, he can just headbutt whoever's around.
Roll for intimidation. You didn't see me.
So sneaky.
My personal favourite.
Nothing.
Boo. Oops.
Right.
Nice. So, we have that. And you, Keth, and
Gaffy.
Gaffy. Team 1.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to call you Team
Look-a-do.
Lockadoo.
Yeah.
Team
Team bait and
pigeon.
switch.
Team
That must sound so odd for English speakers.
It does.
Look-a-doo.
Mark Moose. So you three basically get back
Kevin
into
Lopes.
the main trade path,
Yes.
head west,
Yes.
and eventually you start finding yourself walking up a trail path designed for carts and things heading up to this crook, this cutout in the mountainside. It's a great place for a village actually because it's quite protected on most sides, and it does lean against one of the more exposed tips of the Vimark Mountains. There's a sign which has been knocked over. If this village was called something, it's long since been trashed into the mud. There's evidence of a lot of people abandoning their homes. Some of the huts have some scorch marks on the top, but this happened a long time ago. This village could have been abandoned for quite a while. There are no signs of anyone anywhere as you enter the village. Keth has got his hand on his sword hilt, looking around. There's a cave at the back of this 5 or 6 hut village. The logs All the log stands have all been, like, mostly of them have been emptied. There seems to be some sort of sign of carts being upturned. Largely, the place looks abandoned. There's a cave at the back, like I said, with a lot of small statues and shrines nearby it.
Mm-hmm.
Seems to go further in.
We're the decoy, so I'm just gonna stand in the middle of the village, just in plain sight, and then I'm gonna look at Gaffy, and then I'm just gonna nod, and then I'm gonna shout, Belisar! Show yourself! We're here to talk!
Should I go make popcorn?
Wait just a little bit. Wait for 9 o'clock. In 15 minutes.
That
So,
was a joke.
Yeah.
oh,
Because, they want popcorn so they can watch from the sidelines.
oh, we usually do have popcorn. I
No,
know
we
what popcorn
don't.
is. I know how to eat it.
Too much noise!
Son of a bitch.
This is what you do. This is just a sign. You're not getting any of this,
I'm
are you?
really out right now.
Not in on this at all. It's fine. It's fine.
Charlie's dragon says, Who's there? Half Kunari raises out of the bushes. I didn't see anything. And Riorai says that Kaida is pretty good at being stealthy.
Yeah. So, there's no sound.
Mm-hmm.
Meanwhile, you dumbasses, where are you guys? Before I get back to you.
Sneaking
Sneaky?
towards wherever we think maybe they can be.
We're sneaking around.
Are you guys basically
suspicious.
trying to approach one of the flanks through the foliage, or are you trying to scale down the higher rise? So you can either go
No,
down
no.
the mountain or
Through the
around
bushes.
Through the bushes. Cool.
Through the bushes.
You
I think.
basically go through the bushes quite well.
Yeah.
You exit on the right side. You get a flash of seeing Keth as he moves between some of the houses. Same kind of visuals. You feel like this village has been abandoned for quite some time. Roll tracking.
Don't you get a reroll on tracking also?
That's what I'm checking.
Chicka chicka chicka. Yes,
It's if I fail a perception seeing test, I can re-roll it.
What'd you get?
Hang on.
It's annoying as well because in the game it kind of indicates that you don't know if you failed until the GM says so.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Is it tracking or seeing? It doesn't-
tracking.
Yeah. So that's 16.
Cool.
I rolled kind of poorly.
You know that there are some fresh tracks. They mustn't be like a day old.
I kind of like point at the tracks and sign for Firil to sort of shuffle over.
She does. What does it look like?
And I inform them like they seem to be fresh. At least fairly.
How many track thingies does it?
Well, it's difficult to say. It's in the mud. At least 3 have gone past this particular point. But from a 16, I can only tell you that they look like they were running.
Okay. Should we follow them or should we go somewhere else? We don't know if this is.
What direction are they heading?
North, towards the cave. However, before you get the chance to take it any further, you hear Kaida collapse behind you.
Okay. I run back.
She's just passed out. It seems you check her breath, pull her little, maybe take a dagger out and just check to see if she's breathing.
Yeah.
And she is. She's just tired.
Okay. I pick her up and
In
carry her.
the reflection of the knife that you use to see if she's breathing on it,
Yeah.
you see a mask, a half-burned, cindered mask with a dagger, which you then suddenly feel by the top of your neck. You don't see this person. You just see that somebody, Thann has frozen.
Is that?
And you feel the prick of 2 daggers in just where your kidneys are.
Ah, shit.
Cut back to you guys.
Mm-hmm.
While you guys are waiting, well, these two start appearing from the side. Keth is like, "Oh, way to go for the sneak up, idiots!" And then they realise that behind them is at least 4 or 5 of these assassins.
Right.
Garbed in the same colours that followed Belisar last time. Belisar actually is behind them, carrying Kaida in his arms.
Gaffy goes wide-eyed.
Yeah. They're all wearing masks, all carved as if they are some kind of draconic features. All it's a Vinton style as well, very serrated, very simple, minimalist.
Don't hurt her. Please, just don't. Please.
Another 8 or 9, maybe even 10 of these assassins start coming out of the huts, or just appearing right behind you. Keth starts to pull his sword out by an inch.
Hang on. So, there you are. We're here to talk.
Belisar's just looking at you very slowly.
Are you willing to listen?
No, he shouldn't listen.
Says who?
Luna, who is behind, basically pushes her way past one of the Tevinton assassins like he's in the way and he's a nuisance. She's using her walking stick as a crutch. For some reason that she's really having trouble walking. And she looks tired. Her hair is a mess. She looks like haggard, like darkness under her eyes, and looks like she's been crying a lot. She just looks at you all. Shouldn't listen to any of you. You're just full of shit.
That is rich coming from you, little girl.
Little girl?
Yes, little girl. What? Some boy breaks your heart and you just abandon the rest of your friends?
No,
you just leave and switch sides, and now you tell this guy to not trust us? We saved your life, and you've saved mine before. Where's your loyalty? Ingrate!
She spits on
Spoiled child!
spits on the floor and looks at Belisar.
Valeth spits at the floor right back her. I am disappointed in you, Luna. I thought you were better.
Belle, you kill this tower slut right now! Or I fucking will! It's like
Try me.
Coiling red energy starts spilling over her hands where her nails have dug into the palm and blood is dripping.
Oh, you want to play that game, little girl?
Keth is like, this is really great negotiation.
Girls, please. They have Kaida and Firil and Thann. Don't do anything rash, please.
This is fine. This is fun to watch.
Yeah,
So, Belisar, which is it?
Belisar, please.
Are we resorting to blows, or are you going to listen?
Let us talk.
Belisar, don't listen to them. They'll tell you things. They'll tell you they care.
Shut
and
the
they love
fuck
you.
up, Luna.
She raises-
Kaida.
Luna, you mean? Yeah.
Yeah, I know him. I meant.
All them girls, they look alike. No. Trying to hold the tension. Trying to hold the tension. What do you do?
That's so feral.
There we go. That's another t-shirt idea. That's so feral. Oh, that's so feral.
Apparently, I'm a mama bear, according to Lutra
Certainly a
Jam.
bear of some form.
You know I meant to say Luna.
Oh, I
right?
fucking
Yes.
do, but come on.
It was funny though.
So
I know,
rare that
I
it's
know.
not me that fucked up like that. I'm gonna jump on that one like a goddamn rash.
Yeah. Okay. Fine.
Mama bear.
Luna, please. I know what I did to you was wrong. But don't take it out of everyone else. If you want anyone to take it out on me. It's not their fault. I'm the person that hurt you. I'm the person you should hurt back. But please leave everyone else out of it.
Roll persuasion.
Right. That's gonna go well.
You know the GMs.
I should have gotten
It's a double.
intimidation roll
You
or
may
something.
roll it, actually. Do it now. It is interesting, though, when you consider there's two ways of doing this. You do the role play, you roll the die, and you add on if it's a good role play, right? Or, what I'm thinking about doing is, you roll first, and then you role play out how bad it is. So if you roll like 111, you're like, you should not do that thing, and then maybe send nudes, okay? Don't think that
I got a 12 on my
Oh, shit.
intimidation.
This nice guy's finished last.
Yeah, well, your roll is better than mine.
Well,
Mine
I don't have
is-
anything in strength or intimidation, so.
Mine is 8. With a double.
I guess you really broke that bitch's heart.
Anyone want to throw a fake point here,
It
right?
doesn't matter. Don't give it to me. Give it to Valeth.
You're
I-
both as
it
bad as
won't-
each other, and you feel.
I'm not sure that will help because I have nothing
What
in
if
strength.
what if I say you guys should really consider listening to what they are saying and use that as a deception roll?
If you could add to that, like why they should listen,
Because they're smart.
that's terrible. No, come on.
It makes a lot of sense what they're saying. It does. It makes a lot of sense.
guys are super smart, so you should listen to them.
Thann
Triple one.
speaks up.
Fuck it, you know
You've
what,
been
you roll it,
fighting-
roll it.
Each other. You've been fighting each other. Isn't that enough? Do you need more enemies?
What did you get?
19. But I can re-roll it if it fails.
Fuck, I hate you sometimes. Just like when you have the stats, but you can't be bothered with the roleplay part, you know? So what do you say to convince this massive population that they should not be racist in any
You're
way?
wrong.
You're wrong! Roll. 20,000. And thus the prophet was born! Cool. This tense standoff ends a little bit more suddenly than it started, with Luna raising her staff and putting her foot deep into the ground so she can actually raise it. You feel the drawing of energies. Luna. She looks finally at Belisar. Heal. I mean, she looks furious. Belisar hasn't moved an inch. Luna, I won't ask again. Yeah, that's how it's done. Luna looks at all of you in her right in the eyes. Her hand is bleeding now where she's stuck herself with the nails. She looks directly at Gaffy. And she doesn't look angry, she looks just hurt. And then she just tears herself away and pushes the same guy that she pushed out of the way, like out of the way, and then disappears behind them.
Yikes.
Boy, you sure know how to pick 'em.
I didn't pick her.
No, she picked you, but still.
My brother's taste in women is certainly worth writing about. His voice sounds harsh now, it's like burnt slightly.
What do you mean about that?
You're talking about her, okay?
I mean... yeah.
I dare say that your brother's taste in women has very little to do with this. There are more important matters at hand.
Indeed. It seems like there are a lot more pieces on the field than I previously thought. These men, he gestures around through his mask, they are loyal to me. She, although she's been useful, I fear that... I fear she may need to be put down at some point.
Maybe.
Now-
If she can't get over her hurt. For sure. But that's a bridge we will cross when we get there. The point is, we heard rumors that you and the Red Templars are not exactly on the same wavelength. Now, is that true? And if so, maybe we can temporarily strike some sort of accord.
No. No alliances. No help.
All right, well then maybe just a mutual assurance that we won't get in each other's way.
You can't. You are welcome to stay here, get your supplies. I want to speak with my brother alone.
Mm-hmm.
I believe I have someone of yours, but he stays with me
Why?
because my enemy wants him.
Right.
But my enemy, and your enemy, has ears everywhere. So join me in my... points to the cave, where I dwell,
Mm-hmm.
alone, and we can take on this further.
All right.
I want all of you there. No wandering off. He looks directly at Firil. Nobody wanders off.
Is our companions in there as well?
Oh, you mean your husband?
No, not my husband. The apothecary. And the Grey Warden Leclerc.
Yeah, the Grey Warden.
Is that what her name was?
Yes.
Was?
What do you mean was?
Well, I mean, apparently she's still alive, but I've seen enough corpses. They're in the cave. You can
Good.
come and talk to them now if
Good.
you wish.
I will see to their injuries. Maybe I can do something to help.
Please. You are not a healer.
I am.
Well, you're a pretty fucking lousy healer.
Really.
I've seen you kill more often than you heal. I saw your work at Faxhold.
I do a little bit of everything.
Yeah,
She knows healing magic, so do I.
sure, so do I. I guess I just forget it from time to time.
You don't seem to be doing too well either.
Well, considering it is this or dead, I feel pretty good.
Well, we can have a look at you too if you will allow us.
Oh, I'm sorry. This mail is off your board. You're gonna have to stick with Lumberjack there.
Oh, I have no issue sticking with him. It was merely a peace offering.
Keth, to his credit, is like, what?
He's so cute.
Less talking, more walking. Come on.
Mm-hmm.
He walks over to you and passes you Kaida.
He takes
Mm-hmm.
and actually looks Belisar. I don't know if you can see his eyes, but
You
looks
can.
okay.
He looks worse than he was last time you saw him. His left eye's grey, for example. There's no pupil there, and he looks scarred here. And the right eye is looking at you with the eye of someone in pain, but not in anger.
Thank you.
It's good to see you, brother.
You too.
Oh, I could fucking cry.
Progress.
Mm.
Well, we follow Belisar into the cave.
As you go to the cave, you notice that the statuettes around it, like small stone affairs that have been worn by time and half eaten by moss and mildew, there are lots of coins and trinkets and such around them. There's the sound of perspiration falling from the roof, hitting pools. So as you get into the cave and it gets darker, your eyes adjust to see lots of torches laid out everywhere. There's a lot of pools of water here and there, and here is where the actual force is set up. There are even more troops inside here. There must have been at least 60 in total. There's a quick head count. Further at the back of the cave, next to what you think is actually the glimmer of some precious metals in the walls that seem to illuminate with the fire and giving the whole room an almost holy look to it. Sitting by a carved out well of some kind, where the water is seems to have naturally dripped in and formed a pool. Someone has taken the time to chisel the stalagmites, which is stalactites, around this. At least a bit. It seems to have grown back a bit, but you see some dwarven-styled architecture here. Next to that, you have a lot of books, some tables with some very strange alchemical contraptions on them, a lot of burnt piles of paper of some kind, a table with a Grey Warden on it and the apothecary, who is currently mixing some things in a pestle and mortar, occasionally lifting up his mask and sniffing it, shaking his head and doing it again.
I'll look at Belisar and then I'll say, may I? And indicate that I want to head over to the apothecary and declare.
Yeah, sure.
All right. Then I will hurry over there and kneel down next to them and say, "You're alive. It's so good to see you."
The apothecary, when he sees you, actually jumps so hard that his mask moves, and he's like looking around for a second and then adjusts it. You see those same darkspawn, big dilated eyes looking through the mask.
Yeah, I'm not scared of him.
Yeah, he was scared of you.
Yeah, I guess.
He has the same. He still has the raspy, like a darkspawn, thick-toned voice. Should probably point out at the moment that Belisar sounds more like a whiskey.
Mm.
This guy is kind of more like a dog speaking for the first time.
Yeah, accurate.
Yeah. Totes. I should do this for a living.
You should.
Valeth.
Yes. I realize I look a little bit different from last time we met. But
Older. Bigger.
red eyes, short hair. All of that.
He pats you on the head with his gloved, yet still quite weathered hand. Pat, pat.
It's spreading.
Can't smell it.
How is Leclerc doing?
They say dead. Points at her head. Strong.
Mm-hmm. Yes, she is. Is there anything I can do to help?
Second eyes.
Mm-hmm. Sure, I'll do a heal check or a magic check or whatever I need to
Whatever
do.
you want to do.
Yeah.
Although it does take time.
Yeah.
So give me a roll for...
Yeah, I'll
nothing.
take however long it takes. I'll leave the talking to Gaffy and the others.
Give me a magic arcane.
Mm-hmm.
Let me think. Perception.
Ooh, that's a double. 12, 13, plus 6 is 19. That's just a straight magic roll. So that's 19.
Okay. And then a more clinical one for an arcane
Uh,
lore.
Arcane lore.
Yeah.
Okay. And it was a double, by the way. I rolled double 6s on the arcane.
Mm-hmm.
And that was 10, 11, 15, 16, 17, 18.
I'm just going to be moving this camera a little bit because Rick keeps kind of knocking on the table. And
You mean using the table?
Yeah, so 19 and an 18.
Gotcha. Cool. I will get back to you shortly.
Okay.
Now, you three, roll a perception for you.
Seeing what?
Seeing.
Soldiers?
Yep.
Triple 6. Wow. I can do it
Snap.
again if I fail.
What'd you get?
I definitely.
Yeah, shut up.
13.
What?
13.
This place has loot.
12.
That's literally all you care about right now.
27.
27. Okay. You're a bit distracted by the fact that Kaida is still unconscious in your arms. You're fairly certain it's fatigue. Luna's somewhere around here plotting your demise and you feel like you deserve it. And your stepbrother's here. So you're a bit distracted.
It's a lot.
Half brother.
Whenever I say half-brother, you say stepbrother. When I say stepbrother, you say
No,
half-brother.
you
No.
say stepbrother every time.
You're the
Yes.
one that keeps.
Stepladder brother. Half-ladder!
He
Half
just
step.
says stepladder, brother.
Yes,
Quick
he
step
did.
brother.
Yes. Okay. Well, that makes everything make sense because he just keeps thinking of a stepladder
Yeah.
that he needs in
Yeah.
daily life.
Literally the second tallest person in here.
Yeah.
And
And it only matters to me. Alright, so. That is not a t-shirt.
Nope.
I rolled 27.
There are
loot.
There are ruins in this place, and it looks like there's a lot of other architecture. You notice that along them are some odd-looking, maybe dwarf ruins, and one of them keeps repeating the same symbol. A fish hook with a cross through it. I'll leave that with you.
Thann's gonna like move over to Valeth and just lean in and say, if you look around on these symbols, look at that one. And he points at one of them.
And you can hear her go,
That keeps repeating.
sharp intake of breath. Those should either be scratched out or we should leave immediately. Is Belisar aware of these symbols and their meaning?
Belisar, meanwhile, is looking at you. Firil's there, obviously, but if Belisar cares about her, he doesn't seem to notice.
I'm just gonna work on Leclerc as fast as I can and try to figure out if Belisar knows, and if he doesn't, inform him.
Can I just ask, what was the significance of that? Because I've forgotten.
It was the mark that was inscribed on us, so that meant that the liar could control us.
That was the one. Okay.
Flesh rune. A rather forbidden and lesser known form of runecraft.
Yeah.
Charlie's dragon says, fuck!
Yeah. Thann then moves over towards
Before
Gaffy.
you do that, so that everyone else can get a go.
Staying in, he's just going to keep his distance and listen.
Alright. Before Thann does that, did you guys want to do or say anything?
Firil's basically just by Leclerc's side, I guess. Holding her hand, whatever.
It's quite cold.
Yeah, that's what she's doing.
Yeah. She actually does look dead.
Yeah, but still. That's
Although,
what she's doing.
yeah. That's what you do with dead people.
Yeah. Hold her hand.
Belisar seems to be looking you up and down.
Speak up.
Well, I just a beard, really.
Yeah, I'm not sure about that myself either.
I've heard of elvish beards as jokes, like once a Tuesday, a bit of glue, but that looks. I mean. What have you been up to since last we met?
Let's see. Well, Valeth got married to Keth.
Yeah,
And
I heard about that.
Keth killed his brother. The red hulking monster thing.
Desmond Lysmith, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, the so-called chosen one.
Chosen?
Oh yeah, most cultists have a chosen one, he says with quotations. They usually end up, monstrous, kind of shadows of their master's intents.
Just like you and I were meant to.
Yep. Kinda had that revelation recently. The liar is no longer following the same wills as the Elder One. In fact, if my messengers are correct, the Elder One, in all of his rampant glory, looks around for a second, is fucking losing. Talk about backing the wrong side. I mean, I didn't make those decisions, but at least I had a hope that maybe it would be worth it. Now I don't feel like any of this is fucking worth it.
No.
So the Reds, we're killing the Reds. They're just wild dogs now, just killing people. Even if they're not Vince, then If they're not part of the glorious Tevinton Empire, they're still people.
Yeah. I'm glad you actually see it that way.
Oh, fuck off. Your brother is an absolute animal, but Luna, she really fucking hates you. And she kind of took the wind out of it. I mean, I sincerely felt like, is this what I sound like? I'm a douche. I can't do this. And you know, was trying to tell me what to do.
Yeah, I kind of got a little. I mean, I got a little glimpse of her personality. I mean, the more positive side, but still, you know, she's. I think she's just wants to control things around her because she's maybe hasn't had easy life, you know. So she feels she needs to control it by force. And I guess maybe she was kind of, you know, letting me in for some reason, and that kind of, you know, made her think that she was weak when I broke her heart, told her that I didn't love her after she told me she loved me. But I knew that it would hurt her, but still I couldn't just lead her on, you know? I mean, she just deserved to know the truth.
The truth has a way of being thankless. That's why reaches up and takes his mask, and you hear a click and this kind of sucking sound as he pulls it away from the left side of his face. He takes it off. You realise that the burnt side of his face, which had healed the last time you've seen him, has become infected. And you can see red in it.
Oh shit.
He puts the mask to his chest as he just looks at you with this. The left hand side here is just black with blisters here and there. And you can see very faint, thin veins of red glistening. His eye is just milky white on this side. Even this bit here is kind of grimaced upwards like almost like a stroke. It's kind of just pulled slightly, so you can see more teeth on the left side. It explains why he has trouble speaking.
I'm so sorry.
Oh, this? Oh, no. Some fucker tried to poison me. So, that's what I'm doing now. You know, Luna, you don't really see the rest of her. You just saw the bit that you stepped on. You haven't seen her when you're not around, when she forgets about you. She's happy. So, do me a favor. Do her the best thing you can. Go over. Tell her what she needs to hear. And then get out of here as quickly as you can and let her live her life. Because she makes me happy when you're not around. And I haven't got that long left.
I'm not a very good speaker.
No shit.
Really not good at knowing what people want or need to hear. Do you have any pointers?
Are you kidding me? He looks at Thann. Is he fucking...
I mean, do I make her hate me more? Do I make her want to? I don't know. What's the right thing to do?
I want to meta so
Sorry
bad.
to interrupt here. Unless you're really keen on staying in the Lyre's control, I would suggest you get the fuck out of this cave.
Why?
He starts pointing at the rooms. See this?
Yes, second generation primordial dwarven maybe.
He points out the hooks. And they're repeated them.
Ah, I've seen this one before.
Yeah, I've had it carved on me.
Ah. I had to put down 3 of my men who had them on. I made my men strip naked. Can you imagine the looks on their faces? You couldn't because they never take their masks off.
I really don't care. What I do care about is the liar messing up and fucking up plans.
It's not...
And this indicates that he might just do that.
It's a stone ruin. Why don't you leave the book learning for people who don't grind swords for a
Why
living?
don't you tell him, Valeth?
Oh, they're far away. They're like a good few
okay.
meters.
But you could call me over. I could take a
Yeah.
break
If you
from
do-
treating Leclerc, but
Sure.
or they could come over to
No.
us.
I'm not gonna. If she's not nearby, then it's not.
You can do it. It's just going to
Oh,
cost
you-
something.
Don't take it from me. Take it from Valeth. I trust her knowledge on this stuff more than I trust mine.
Go over to her and you just let her hit you. She's a fucking mage. If she's punching you, you're in her good books. Ask the lumberjack over there. I'm sure he'll find out.
I'll try my best. Thann, would you please hold on to Kaida? I don't think that she should be in the way.
He takes her.
What is
Yeah.
it with you fucking elves? When you find one, you find like 4 or 5. He puts his mask back on. Ugh. Ugh.
And Gaff is going over to Luna.
Thann looks at Balasar, and before he kind of turns around to take Kaida out, he just tells him, "I'm glad you found something good in your life."
Go and eat your own shit.
Also, Lutra Jim said, "Oh my gosh, a self-aware antagonist."
Yeah. I
Does
think I
happen.
prefer not to.
Yeah, you leave. He leaves. Just leaving Belisar looking over at Valeth and that lot, and then he just turns away and goes and does other things. Gonna move over to Valeth now.
Do we want to take a short break?
I think we should actually.
Yeah, we
Because
can.
We have been streaming
Bathroom.
for almost 2 hours now.
Cool.
Yeah.
Also,
I'm going to bathroom.
also,
Yes, so quick break.
Well,
Really?
1.5 hour if we
Yeah.
don't count the break.
Yeah.
The
we should go
first
to
break.
some intermission acts. But the intermission act is going to be provided by Sunniva, who will now tell us a
Is
great.
the sound still on though?
You think so?
Yeah.
Rin, did you turn off the microphone?
Yes, I can fix this.
No, you don't
No,
have to.
no, it's fine.
Yeah.
You don't have to.
I would.
We were just asking if you did. See, mute.
Your telephone son.
Okay, we are back with sound.
Right. Also, at some point, the door might ring. Because Ola Shylock is dropping by. But pay no attention to that.
Pay no attention to the man behind the curtain.
Oh my lord, he will be.
Yeah,
he would.
literally.
Gonna have nowhere else to sit. He's gonna have to sit.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's gonna just.
He can backseat GM.
Oh, he'll just take over.
You're
for a
doing
bit.
it wrong. You're doing it wrong. No.
Oh, wait, do you want to do this? Don't.
Yeah.
No.
All right.
Microphone is back on, right?
Yeah.
It's on.
Good.
So yeah, you can stop saying bad things about people now.
They have watched that she's been quiet all the time.
I know.
What?
Whenever you know someone who never says a word, right, you need to just suddenly stop, look at them in the eye, and say, "Oh my God, will you shut up? Let me speak for 1 minute."
By the way, did you see this?
Who's that? What did you do to my cat?
She ate food.
Oh yes, that's right. When they sit there, you're gonna seriously fucking eat that in front of me, and I'm a starving.
Oh shit! I
cat?
forgot I had the eyeliner on. Whoops.
You still look good.
I just need to see what I did. Oops,
You were worried
I
about
didn't do
rubbing your
anything.
eyebrows off earlier. You're good. You're fine.
Touch my face all the time.
Touch myself.
In the face.
In the face.
I just want to point it out.
The
I have
face.
both my arms up here. You can see them.
End up looking like something from Death Stranding with handprints
Just
all
don't
over
ever
yourself.
give her clamps.
Let's move on.
Where were we? Oh yes.
Valeth.
Your results.
Yes.
I'm just going. First off, there is most certainly some form of poison involved here, which has some magical elements to it. You're not entirely sure how. It's kind of beyond your specialty, should we say.
Probably.
She's being barely kept alive.
I do have a specialization in spirit healer, though, by the way.
All right.
So I can add spirit to my magic, my arcana roll, because then it will go from 19 to 22.
There seems to be something that is not letting her completely die.
Mm-hmm.
By all, I mean, she was been stabbed in the back by something, a knife, and the wound has already festered, which is evidently some form of poison. And judging from the apothecary's response, it's something that's very unusual. Otherwise, there's something keeping her there. And it seems to be magical in origin.
But I can't pinpoint what it is.
It seems to be very much centered in her.
So like her spirit or some inherent magic or like her Grey Warden.
For your role, I will tell you that it's very familiar to you because it's a similar kind of touch that's hitting on what's phrasing. It's affecting Keth's arm.
Okay. Huh.
But it seems that she is asleep. She's in some form of coma.
Think maybe Leclerc could have struck a bargain with a spirit in the Fade?
Who are you talking to when you say this?
The apothecary.
Yeah, he turns to you while still mixing something. He seems to be working on some other kind of solution. Maybe. I mean...
It just... when Keth disappeared into the Fade, to survive he had to strike bargains with spirits. And his arm has not decayed since he lost it. And it's being kept fresh by some sort of magical force or pact or spell. And I get that same vibe from inside Leclerc or from her spirit or something like that. I'm not exactly sure how to specifically explain it, but that's the closest thing I can get. So she's not dead, but she is barely holding on, and it's grounded in magic somehow.
Magic.
Yeah.
But she
Sleeping.
Yeah, she's in a coma. I mean, I have healing spells, regenerative spells, and restoration spells. I don't know if they're going to be any good, but I'll try.
They have healers already tried. Body is...
Well, by the way, these hook runes that have you noticed them on the walls? The liar inscribed those into our flesh when he captured us and used them to control us like puppets. And I don't feel comfortable being inside here with those marks, so either we need to destroy them or we should move somewhere else, because those marks are really giving me some bad vibes.
Okay.
It's the fishhook looking ones.
Ah. Yes. Burnt Face also scared of them.
Mm-hmm. So he knows of them.
Maybe.
Okay. Can we move Leclerc outside?
He just pokes Leclerc in the face.
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
Okay. Then let's do that. And
Is it raining?
No.
Okay.
Let me try to cast some spells. Let me try somehow to connect with Leclerc.
Connect.
Yes. I
Like,
well, I have a spell called Dream Sending.
dreams.
Well, if you're asleep, then your spirit is often in the Fade, especially if you're in a coma or if you've magically ended up there somehow. So, if I could try to communicate with Leclerc through the Fade or through a dream?
Darkspawn don't sleep.
Well, no, but humans do. So I could try that,
Okay.
potentially.
But
Maybe.
you want to go outside first.
Yes. I don't want to do it in here.
Okay.
Not around these marks. I don't trust them.
Well,
He points at the other end of the table.
okay.
So I help him carry her outside, basically.
I help too.
Mm.
Since I'm there.
Me and Firil will grab one end and he'll have the other end.
He's surprisingly strong for a mage.
I mean, he's a darkspawn,
Yeah.
so, yeah.
No one stops you as you're moving them outside.
Yeah.
You can feel the eyes of Belisar on you, looking rather curious.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Thann is where?
Holding Kaida.
Yeah, Thann has basically carried Kaida just outside so that they're away from those signs.
You're being followed, obviously, by some of the assassins. They're keeping the distance, but they
Oh,
are
yeah.
keeping an eye on you.
He doesn't care, he just very gently places her on the ground somewhere where it's relatively dry, I guess.
Yeah, I mean it's a beautiful sunny day, if
Okay.
not for a bit of a chill wind.
Yeah, and
so
just puts her down there and he kind of just like keeps an eye on her, make sure that her pulse is still going.
she actually starts muttering under her breath. She seems to be speaking while she's sleeping.
Can I hear what she's saying?
She's saying do you know any Elvish?
No.
She's speaking in a very harsh dialect of Elvish. You've heard Elvish being spoken before when you've done dealings with Dalish, but this is far more eloquent. It almost seems like it's someone else speaking it. Usually when Kaida speaks, it's kind of wild and there's a certain savageness to it. But right now she's speaking in a way which is quite eloquent. I mean, it's only for like a sentence, but you can recall it up to a point.
Yeah.
And no, I'm not going to say what she said because I don't speak Elvish. I'm not that good. Inside the hut nearby.
Alright. I guess he will. I mean, won't sneak up on her, obviously.
She's in one of the huts, and you can, as you're approaching the hut, there's a guard, one of Belisar's men, who, well, actually, no, it's not a man. It's obviously actually a female, human. You presume. It's always difficult to tell with those masks. And she looks at you as you approach. Looks at the inside. You can already hear stuff being smashed around, and she's like. She says to you in Tavine, "Are you really sure?"
I think it's what she needs. He replies in Tvinton.
She seems surprised. And there's a visible chuckle. It's the first sign of one of these people being, like, human.
Just be careful with how much you
Press on the table.
press on the table,
Yes, 'cause it's not
because
a
it's
table.
very bouncy.
I
at
would put
the
my
end.
hands onto my lap.
Good.
Yes.
No! Hands where I can see them!
The door breaches, so entry stealthily is impossible anyway.
I wasn't trying to be stealthy, so
I mean,
he's actually knocking on the door before he opens it.
oh, I see. I thought you said you were going to study answer. So you knock on the door. There's suddenly silence.
It's Gaffy. Can we talk? Waste a few seconds.
The door opens slightly, like it gets taken off the latch, and then you hear someone walking away from the door.
Goes in.
The shutters have all been closed. What once probably was a hut for a small family has been completely trashed. There's like bookshelves, items, cutlery and things, the vases. Some items of clothing have all been just thrown around and smashed.
Sorry.
And Luna is sat down on what remains of the bed, leaning on her staff, and her hair has tumbled forward, covering her face. You can see little drops of tears hitting the wood. Comes a gloat?
Why would I gloat?
I don't know. Most would gloat.
I would never do that to you, Luna. I know that you think that I don't care for you at all. I care for you as a friend, and I never ever meant for you to be hurt like this. And I'm so sorry that I did hurt you. I did not want to do that. I do care about you a lot. I do. And that's why I told you that I did not love you, because I don't care for you in a romantic manner.
Oh, hey. So, yeah, that definitely hits. A book hits you square in the forehead, like on the corner, like thunk. It's not a heavy book, but it's enough to make you go, like, stop talking, go, ugh. Ow.
Yeah, that's what it'll say. Okay, I guess I deserve that.
When you manage to get your vision back, you see her looking at you, like, still arm outstretched after she threw it. Brings her hand down. You care about me a lot. Do you know how little that feels when you get told that you're not loved?
It's not the same kind of love.
No, it isn't. And what you did out of pity made me...
What? Pity?
You kissed me out of pity.
No, I did not kiss
You
you out
saw a
of pity.
broken little girl like everyone else, and you took pity on me.
Luna, it was not pity. And I don't view you as a broken girl.
Good. Because I could kill you if I wanted to.
I know.
I know you know, and you wouldn't stop me. That's the worst bit. I can't hurt you because you would let it happen. That's why you're so fucking irritating. You're so naive. You don't even see...
I see one thing though.
Mm-hmm.
Something good. You have something here.
What, with these troglodytes?
With Belisar.
What about him?
I believe that he could be good for you. And you could be good for him as well. I think that if you manage to look past whatever I did to you, which was horrible and it shouldn't have happened, but if you can look past that, you can see that you actually have something that is worth going for here.
Keth was kind to me. I always picked on him when he frustrated me, but he never complained, not once. I want to fix his arm. Tell him I can fix his arm for him.
I will tell him that.
Good.
And once all this is over, I
We'll never
promise
see me again.
we will never see each other again.
Even if Dragon Girl turns out to be a bust and you long for Luna, then still, you had your chance and you blew it.
I did. And I don't deserve you, Luna.
No, you don't.
But Belisar do.
Oh, he snores.
Guess it runs in the family.
Oh, go and get Keth. And don't come back with it. Just
No, I won't. I will leave you. Be happy, Luna.
you too.
Thank you. And he walks out.
Aww.
When you exit, the guards looking at you like, what did you do?
I think I gave her what she needed.
Ha ha!
No. No.
No?
No.
Okay.
You can see she can see the red mark in his face.
Yeah, there's actually the chapter title, or rather the book's volume number, like embedded in your head right now. Incidentally, it was 3.
He walks to find Keth.
Meanwhile, you see him coming back, heading towards where Keth is. Keth, incidentally, has been following like a lapdog, Valeth.
Mm-hmm.
He's got a big bruise on his head. And with your help, the apothecary carries Leclerc into the light away from the cave. You're back out in the open. It's still clear skies, although you can still hear the rumble of thunder in the east. Do you want to take her indoors, or do you want to leave her outside?
If it doesn't look like it's about to rain, no,
It's a
then
chill
we'll.
wind, but it's nothing major.
No, for now we'll stay outside.
Mhm.
And when we put her down, I'm going to. What Valeth says, I have the spell that I haven't used before, which is called. It's a revival spell. It's supposed to bring people who are on the brink of death back. I don't know if any of these people know it. It's pretty advanced. But maybe I could try that.
Maybe. I don't know. Revival?
Well, it restores the fallen. Even if you're at the brink of death, it can bring you back, basically. So I'll try that and see if maybe that helps. And if not, I will try to commune some other way.
Wound needs points out to where the forest is.
Yeah. You need
Shout out
herbs.
to the others.
I could go
Uh-huh.
get herbs.
If they will let you.
Mm-mm. Maybe. I don't know. They're very protective.
Keth or Firil, would you ask Belisar if they would let the apothecary gather some herbs?
Yeah, I'm not sure if they would let you go.
But just ask, please.
Yeah, I'll go ask.
And then I'll try to cast revival in the meantime.
When Gaffy comes out, Thann basically kind of whips him over. He looks at his forehead and kind of frowns a little bit at the red mark, and then shakes his head and is like, whatever. She's been mumbling some elvish stuff, and he tries to sort of mimic what he heard.
Roll communication.
I have performance.
Yeah, I was going to say you can remember it. It's just the pronunciation is really torturing your tongue.
Can I use performance?
Sure.
Then it's actually 14. Even with a really bad roll.
I mean, it sounds pretty shaky, but the second the words hit you, it sounds like it's echoing into the very core of your skull. It's like you're listening to it in a cave all of a sudden, and the flash of colour and smells and sounds that you're experiencing actually make you just unable to see, hear, or smell anything around you. At the point, from anyone watching you at the moment, you look like you're suddenly pale, faint, and you actually stagger forward and drop onto your knees.
No, Thann catches him.
Sorry, I'll correct myself. You get caught in a Thann brace. It's like an embrace.
He just like holds his shoulder so he steadies him and kind of like, you right there, Gaffy?
Still called that Thann brace. You hear the Elvish words, the old Elvish words, and it's, would you do it for me? And the feeling, the weight of responsibility that washes over you, the smell of incense, the sound of flapping dragon's wings, and the weight of armor and responsibility. It's like you get all of this sensation and it's overwhelming. And it sounds like Kaida's voice, but not from Kaida's lips. And then it's all gone.
I guess he will be, out for several seconds, just, staring wide-eyed out in his blank.
Pupils dilate.
Yeah.
Mm.
Valeth's just looking at him and... Gaffy? Gaffy? Hello? You there?
What was that?
I was about to ask you that exact question, but
Memory. Was it? What? By the gods. What was that? How's Kaida? How is she?
she's a bit out of it. She's still breathing though. She seems...
He's going to check all her vital signs. He looks frantic.
Mm. Yeah, sorry, Rioriat. And Rani Rav? Yeah, it is. So anyway.
Yeah, Thann? Do you believe in reincarnation?
Reincar what?
Never mind.
Yeah, it's not a term you've encountered before.
I don't know what that is.
Okay, I'm not gonna find the right words. Do you believe in having a soul?
I don't know.
Spirit?
Well,
Something.
yeah.
Yeah, okay. Imagine
So close to
that a spirit once it dies, it can be reborn into a new body. Same spirit,
I guess.
same memories, just in a new body.
I mean,
Do you believe something like that can happen?
I don't know. I've not really thought about it.
Because
much.
what I just experienced when you said those words, I mean, I know you said those words, but when you said them, I heard them with Kaida's voice.
Just want to freeze it for 1 second. All this bit. He doesn't want to come in while disturbing us, so I'm just going. We have paused. Come get your ass in.
Yes.
How's the chat?
Press button.
Thann did not come out to have a philosophical discussion.
Yeah, I should make you like roll an intellect. So like,
Lutra put a photo in the fan group, so I'm gonna go check that
No,
out.
don't look at that.
Yeah, look at it.
No,
It's
it's
cute.
not.
Aww, is Rika Terminator? Kind of looks that way. There you go.
Also, I don't know if you'll be able to see this. I'm going to put it in front of the closest camera. But Sunniva and Anita is about to drop their latest hit.
Let me see.
No, you can't see their faces.
No.
I'm going to put it in the fan group.
Yeah, you do
But
that.
it's pretty great.
Wow. That's a mood. That is a mood.
Such a mood.
So, what's our
Sunniva's just like...
what's our rap name?
Oh, Megan knows.
I think it's Nap Queens.
Nap Queen. The white
Nap Queens of rap.
The whitest girls alive.
The naps.
The naps. The napsters.
I will share it in the group.
Yes.
I will share it in
Let the group come up with a group name for us.
Yes.
What would be our rapper name?
Yes.
And what
Oh
is
my
the
God.
title of our album?
I just saw the screen cap of Rick. They did the Rick picture.
No, she got a snap of her face doing like.
That's a miss.
So we're just waiting for Ula to get his ass up here. We are on a very high floor, so
Yes.
it takes a while to get here.
We should do the elevator game.
No, what is no.
No thanks.
Never.
Is that the rude one?
No.
Okay.
It's you're supposed to press the buttons in a different order, and you're supposed to get out in another dimension. You have to, if you meet anyone, you should not speak to anyone.
Or
You have
look
to
them
get-
in the eye
No,
or anything.
in fifth floor, if there's a woman coming into the elevator, you should
There we go.
ignore her existence. Do not speak
Completely.
to her. Do not.
Or you're effed.
Yeah.
That's horrible.
It is. It's so freaky.
I love it.
It's so, like like an internet urban legend thing.
Scary stuff.
Yeah, my imagination is overactive enough as it is. I do not need an elevator game to fuck with me. Yes, that's a good one.
It is now posted in the group.
All right, so Ula has arrived. We can continue the game.
Huzzah!
Huzzah!
Yes.
You were saying.
We were talking about, reincarnation,
Yes.
spirits being reborn into another body.
This is...
I know it's vague, but as I said, I heard her voice speaking what you just said, and there were all these weird smells and feelings and responsibility, and it was like it felt so freaking familiar, but still I don't recognize it completely because I haven't experienced it. But maybe my spirit has.
Sure. That
I know,
sounds like a
it doesn't make sense. I know.
probable, plausible explanation, I guess.
Okay, listen.
Look,
no,
Gaffy, I'm really not the best person
no,
to...
but listen. Still, you're the only one here right now. I need to get this out. Kaida woke up in the temple with no memories. Before we
Okay.
met her, she woke up in a temple with no memories. She found a dragon. We met her. Then you guys were being kidnapped, and me and Kaida went back to that temple. And a lot of stuff happened in the temple. We got attacked by this big ass dragon. That's
Yeah.
not a good dragon.
Remember
and-
you saying, and you grew up?
And the her dragon, Kaida's dragon, turns out to be her sister Talia, who were cursed or stuck in her dragon form or whatever, and we got, transformed. And now Kaida got to turn into a dragon, and I'm starting to wonder. There's more to this, and I think I'm part of it somehow. I gotta be. Unless the transformation gave me some memories that's not mine. I don't know. Oh, jeez, it's fucked up. I need to know more.
Yeah. I
It's-
just don't think I can help you with it. I
No.
don't...
I'm just thinking out loud.
I've always felt disconnected. I've always felt disconnected to this whole spirit thing, fade stuff.
Yeah, you're apparently the bane of the fade.
Yeah. But like, give me a sword in my hand, something physical, something that's there that I can see and touch and feel, and that I can understand, that I can help you with. But this is
No, I'm not asking you to help me. I don't think there's anyone. I think
maybe
Kaida.
Valeth.
Maybe, but I think Kaida is the key to my memories.
Is she
Or-
alright?
I think he's just exhausted.
By the length of this conversation so far, it's going to tuck back for a second. You've started the ritual already.
Or I haven't rolled any dice or anything, so I figured I would wait,
Who are you waiting on exactly?
well, for them to finish.
Right, so you've seen the conversation going on over there,
Mm-hmm.
and you're just watching from a distance, waiting for them to stop talking.
No, she's just waiting for her turn.
Yeah.
basically,
That's
so
why
she wouldn't
I'm-
interrupt.
Yeah.
Not in character.
Yeah, no, I'm just out of character. I'm waiting for my turn. I'm waiting for their conversation to end so that Valeth can do her thing.
It's just,
But I'm not gonna sit here and wait in character until they're finished talking.
which is why I'm asking you what
Yeah.
your character is doing while this
Yeah.
conversation is going
While
on.
the conversation is going on, she is
Yes.
casting the spell.
Excellent. Who did you ask to go and talk to?
I asked Firil to go talk to Belisar.
Can we do that quickly?
Yo!
Firil is not so stealthy this time. Cash, just come here, you
did the cat do? Yeah, we had a minor catastrophe. So we should be back in business now.
Mm-hmm. So,
I'm
where did we miss out on the sound? How long has it been like that?
Probably only since Cash came up here,
Right. So
I would think, but I don't know.
we're just gonna have to go on and second guess. So you go over to Belisar and say,
Yo,
sir, yo, sirrah."
yo, Sarah. What's up? I was wondering if maybe I could, take the apothecary down to the woods and look for some herbs. It's very important that we get to do this. Yeah. Is that okay by you, maybe?
You want to roll for that?
For what?
Well, at
exactly?
least for once she's being truthful, so.
Go for it.
What am I rolling exactly?
Persuade.
What is that under?
Communication, I think.
I love this. You say it's under persuade. She's like, "What's that under?" I only have receive.
Communication. Yeah, I do.
What is this new experience?
Oh, what is this? 10, 15, 17.
Okay, cool. No.
How about yes?
You raise a valid argument. No.
So if I do it, what happens then? What am I? Yeah.
He actually stands up to his full height, turns around, and looks down at you, folds his arms. What?
If I take him to the woods anyway, what are you gonna do about it?
Fair point.
Fine, I'll give you 4 of my men to escort you.
Yeah. And
if you don't return with him and my 4 men, then I'll make sure everyone here is killed. And by everyone here, I mean everyone you give a fuck about. Which I'm sure I'll find someone eventually.
no,
And what do you mean no?
I don't care about anyone, so you lose. So it's fine.
I'll feel better.
Deal.
I'm
Looks-
sorry, but
what?
the video is lagging massively, and I'm just getting stills of cinema going. And now you're just like,
Well,
It's
as
okay.
long as the audio is good, it's
I
fine.
didn't need to do a good episode today. It's fine.
It's good.
It's still good. The content is really good.
Yeah, there's a lot of series of GIF-like stills.
So, where's your 4 men?
Turns around and shouts out, "Do you not speak to me?"
No.
Yeah, he just shouts out 4 names, and 4 of them get up and start shuffling over.
So I'm your boss now. You're supposed to follow my orders and don't get killed.
Yeah, they don't speak common.
Can you just translate, maybe?
No, they know their orders. They're gonna keep their distance and watch out for any mischief.
Okay. Challenge accepted.
I heard a rumor
Mhm.
that you're the fox.
Okay. What does that mean?
Nothing, I guess.
Never heard such a thing.
Go on. Don't take too long.
No. Wouldn't dream of it.
He is literally the only thing that is of any value here.
I know.
If Gaffy trusts you, I trust you.
I guess he does, I think. Doesn't mean he should, but he does.
Just be gone.
Bye.
You're the 4 Tivinton assassins, if you will. Follow you very casually first, and then one after the other they just jump into the foliage or just stop doing it. It's kind of like the first time you've really experienced it being done so many times to you. You're usually the one that does this to other people.
Yeah. I just think they're
It's
lame.
kind of rude. Yeah, but also they didn't do it with much panache or...
No. They just...
Have you no pride?
Let me show you how it's done. Shadow.
Right? And you get back to where Valeth is.
So, we're allowed to take him out to the forest, but I have to bring these 4 dudes. The one in the bush there, the one behind that tin can over there, the one who's trying to hide behind that tree really badly. Can you see him?
Mm-hmm.
And the 4th, well, he's right behind you.
Hi.
Okay.
So I need to bring them.
Yeah. Yeah. Sure. Fine. Just
Well, there's one
What?
side note. If anything happens to him or the 4,
Mm-hmm.
you are all dead.
Fair.
Yeah.
Not worth it.
Okay, can you tell me what those herbs looks like, and I can go and find them.
It's like royal embryum, but not, as it requires. You need to cut down the stalk and then remove the internal part of it.
Huh.
But you need to do it laterally. If you do it any other way, you ruin it. And it's not a royal embryo. You know, I'm just gonna go. Just after reading your face, he just decides no. Yeah, he notices the conversation that's going on the other end of the camp between Gaffy and Thann.
Uh-huh.
And starts heading over.
Oh.
Come back to you guys.
When am I gonna cast my spell?
Ah!
I hit the target number.
Did you?
Yes.
Awesome. I'll get back to you.
Yeah.
That's very good to know.
Mm.
So yeah.
Okay.
What were you up to in the conversation? You were talking about reincarnation and Thann was giving you this look.
Yeah, kind of like that. I wish there was someone who knew a little bit about spirits, possibility of reincarnation, stuff like that. I mean, and I wish I could speak to Kaida right now, but she needs a rest, so I guess I'll wait.
I would default to Valeth.
She's busy right now. She gotta save Leclerc.
Yeah, but is it important?
Hey.
Oh. Hello.
He's looking straight at Thann. That avian mask that he wears, the Elysian Plague Doctor, is just kind of looking at your sword.
Yeah, that's the sword. Red lyrium sword. He's immune.
Impossible.
He is. He lyrium doesn't affect him at all.
He comes over and starts pulling your eyelid down, looking in. He kind of opens your mouth a bit and then starts sniffing in it. Which is really weird considering he's got the hook thing.
Hello? Can I help you?
Apothecary. Thann. Apothecary. Haven't you guys met?
No.
No.
He looks at Gaffy. What is Thann?
He's half Kuhn, half human.
Not Kuhn. Half
sorry.
Kosseth or
Kosseth.
Kunari.
Kunari.
And half human.
Sure.
I've been told that, the Fate doesn't like me.
He pulls a syringe out of his jacket.
What are you doing?
You should ask first.
Can I?
Stab me with that?
I think he wants a sample of your blood or something.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, sure.
Careful now.
He sort of holds out his arm.
Yeah, he's like regarding all of the little cuts and stab wounds you may possess on your body, and he's just remarking to himself how one little prick of a needle causes you this much fear. Before sticking it very gently.
It's not so much the needle as just being surprised with it out of nowhere.
He pulls probably a good portion of blood before drawing the needle out, pinging the metal, and then putting a lid on it with this leather cap before putting it in the folds of his jacket. Interesting.
Do you think that could be helpful for Leclerc?
Maybe. He points at Valeth. She's talking to her. I'm going to fix the body.
Good luck.
Good idea.
You grew up
Yes. In a temple.
Pulls out an empty syringe. Huh?
Sure.
Gently pops it in.
Oh my
Is that sterile? Is
No. How can it be? I'm cringing inside.
He said he pulls out a new syringe.
That
But
was
that's
still
still sterile.
No.
Yeah,
I told myself I wasn't gonna say you may feel a little prick.
Sharing needles, you know.
Yeah.
Sharing is caring and also infectious. Anyways, he
Constitution.
returns and kind of comes back over to you guys. Valeth is casting her magic right now. He looks down, looks at you two. Okay.
You ready?
Yes.
All right. Are the 4 idiots ready? They don't speak common, so we can basically say whatever you want to them.
What do they speak?
The vent.
Oh, Taveen. I speak Taveen.
Yeah, but you don't have to speak to them.
No, but if you need me to say something, I can.
Oh.
The apothecary barks out into Vinton some very rude words like move your asses and now.
Never mind. He already told them.
Good. And I point at them, and I squint, and I just shake my finger, and just make a little... and then I start off.
What you don't see as you storm off is the apothecary takes out another empty syringe like... She's half pug.
You mean Nug?
Yeah, right. So the 4 assassins plus Firil and the apothecary go and aim to get some vital herbs for the Claire.
I am going to be taking my job very seriously, watching him like a hawk, and also be very, very of our surroundings.
Cool.
Just letting you know. Also stealthy.
Also stealthy.
Yes.
Sweet.
Very stealthy. Shadow stealthy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you don't know why, but the apothecary is chittering to himself and making notes in a notepad. He seems very excited about something, saying like, this is it. You know? The other guys, the assassins, are pretty good at their job, but they're still not as flashy as you are.
Yeah, they're not.
You're like the Dorian of stealth.
I'm a relation, it's fine.
Yeah. Guys, you are good, but you have no panache. Mad.
For the record,
Mm.
Charlie's dragon is saying, "Let the mage cast a spell, or she gets frustrated."
I got a double.
Think of the mages. So why don't you tell me exactly what this spell does?
Okay, so revival is your touch helps to restore the fallen. A dying subject adjacent to you immediately regains 10 plus their constitution plus your magic and health. Since dying characters cannot take actions, you cannot cast the spell on yourself. There is no test. The target number is 14, and it's regarded as a major action.
Cool. You find resistance as you cast the spell, but you burn through it.
Yeah, I use poisoned casting. I have 3 stunt points, so I'm channeling them all into my spells, so the spell power is 21.
Cool. I'll let you have this. Cool. So, there is the sound of a shutting door, and it's so loud it makes you turn your head, and that motions, the motion of moving your head around, makes you realise that you're not actually in the outside of this cave anymore, you're in a cellar somewhere, and on the table in front of you is nothing. You're on your own. You can hear still the dripping sounds, and you think you could hear Keth screaming, "Valeth! Valeth!" And it's eerie because the sounds you hear are echoed thrice.
Okay.
Like it's every time a water droplet hits the ground, it's like plop 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 plop. Your heartbeat is there, and it sounds like it's echoing. And you can see outside the window. There's a garden, and it's a beautiful day outside. Apart from that, there's nothing in the cellar. There's just a table that you're looking at.
Okay. I walk towards the table.
Mhm.
Do I see anything on it or under it or
Absolutely nothing.
I touch it? Like-
That's a lie. There is something.
Mm-hmm.
Someone's scratched into it in life. Sacrifice.
In death. What's the ending of that one? Honor. Is it
I believe it's victory.
victory?
That's
Yes,
it,
in death, victory. Leclerc?
You can hear a very distinct Leclerian laugh. The kind of rip-roaring, hearty, semi-drunk laugh outside.
Uh-huh. Well, I look through the window. I go to the window and I look through it.
It's one of those kind of cellar windows where it's just an empty gap between the brickworks with some iron bars.
Mm-hmm.
Apart from this, you've just got the steps that lead to an exit.
Mm-hmm.
It seems to be leading outside into the garden. You look outside and through the haze of flowers and bees moving around, you see the back of Leclerc's head. She seems to be talking to someone and laughing.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Would she be able to hear me from the window, or would I have to go outside to?
Who knows?
Okay. Well, I'll try to call for Leclerc again,
Mhm.
and if she doesn't react, then I'll try to make my way outside. Leclerc, can you hear me?
Oh dear, you're here to ruin it, aren't you?
Ruin what?
There's a dwarf standing behind you. She seems quite muscly.
Uh-huh.
She's got gardening tools in her hand, and she's obviously dirty from here.
Mm.
She seems very kind, and her left eye is purple and yellow, like a warping mixture.
Like a swirl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That seems rather odd on
Who-
such a kind face.
Who are you?
Oh, she pulls off a glove and puts it in her hoop, and then just. Sorry, my name's my name's Faska, and she takes your hand in yours.
Valeth shakes her hand.
Hmm.
I'm Valeth.
I know.
How do you know?
Oh, you know.
The fade stuff.
What was it?
We've no. I've never met Faska.
Oh.
She died before we met them.
Spoiler.
True.
Totally should watch that though. So you're here, aren't you?
Wherever here is, I'm not really sure. I cast a revival spell on my friend's
I
body,
know.
and then poof, here. So I don't know if I'm physically here, or if I'm just mentally here, or spiritually here. But here, wherever here is, yes,
Here enough.
exactly.
Do you wanna come join the party?
What party is it?
Oh, we're celebrating
Celebrating what?
life.
I suppose I really need to talk to Leclerc. It's pretty urgent.
It is.
Okay.
It's really urgent.
Yes, it is.
Follow me.
Yep.
She starts taking the steps, and you can tell these steps aren't made for dwarves. They have that kind of move to the left and the right as they go.
Yeah. Wobble.
And she opens the big wooden door leading into this very cozy looking garden. It's like a cottage to the right. In the distance you can see the grain windmills just dotting the landscape, and it's a beautiful summit. It seems way too idyllic.
Mm-hmm.
And sitting there in a very unusual thing, which is a dress, Leclerc is sitting at a picnic with this gigantic Mabari hound, and she's feeding it.
Leclerc?
She turns around and sees you, and has this beaming smile and this unscarred face, and she looks like she must be like 17 or 18. And then the second she sees you, she's just a smile droops. Oh, it is it's you. Come.
Hi.
Join me.
Not exactly the reaction I was expecting, but I'll join you.
To say that this day has not gone according to plan is a fucking understatement.
What's happened?
Well, this is a bit of a gift from my friend Faska here.
Mm-hmm.
She puts like a hand over her mouth like that and just says, I don't think she's actually what she says she is. Vaska giggles. And neither are you. Because, you know...
I've never seen you in a dress.
This?
That's new.
I haven't worn this kind of thing since, you know.
Since you were young.
Yes, I was a much different person back then.
Weren't
It was a happier time.
true. And weren't we all very different?
Yes. How is you and Keth?
Married?
Oh,
We just got married.
Vaska said as much, but I did
Yeah.
not believe her.
He's missing half an arm though, so it's a little bit worse for wear. But then again, I'm dying too anyway, so we go together well, I suppose. But we found the apothecary, and we found you, and Gaffy is alive, and Firil is alive, and Thann is alive.
You found... who did you find? There's a storm that's brewing around the top of you and it's starting to rain.
Firil, Gaffy, Thann, Keth, we've Kaida, everyone.
Everyone?
Well, almost everyone. I mean, except for DuPont and
No. You said his name.
the apothecary. He's still there. He's trying to keep you alive.
No, he's not.
Yes, he is.
No, he's not.
Then what do you mean?
She reaches across the food, smashing her hands into all of it and knocking over wine, to the point where she grabs you. She's just muddy in the face, her makeup's slipping. She's grabbing you by the clothes, like really tight. It's him. It was always him.
What?
He stabbed me.
The apothecary? Why?
I don't know. Valeth, you need to get out of here. You need to warn people.
But about what?
The Valeth. The apothecary is the liar.
No, he couldn't be. Are you serious?
Everything he has touched. Everything.
But he saved me.
For a purpose.
For what purpose?
I don't know.
Well, neither do I. But I need you to come back. I came here to bring you back. Although it pains me to think that once you're back, you won't be happy.
She leans back and seems to be less anguished now. Looks over at Vaska. Like they share a glance and Vaska nods. There are only sacrifices ahead for a Grey Warden. I was lucky not to have paid mine when I first did the joining.
Mm-hmm.
I have had many good days. I will miss you all.
We will miss you too.
Now-
Are you letting go?
Oh, Valeth. You silly girl. I only stayed for you. Now, you need to go and fuck up everything he holds dear and stop talking to this stupid... I mean, look at me. I'm wearing a fucking Sonya dress of some kind.
I know it's really not your thing.
No, it is not. But
No.
I have been promised that the road ahead is involving a lot of brothels and twice as much ale.
Yes.
Valeth, Valeth?
Yes.
you need to wake up. She reaches forward and just smashes you across the face with her hand. You wake up to the same sensation as Keth has smacked you, and he's just kind of grabbing you with the same hand. When he tried to smack you, he let go for a second, then he reached over and grabbed you again.
Yeah.
Because he realised, oh, one arm. It's raining.
Yeah.
Somehow the storm's expanded,
Yeah.
and it's literally pounding down with heavy droplets. You're all swathed in it.
Yeah.
All you can hear is just Keth shouting, but your ears are ringing, and you think you've been crying.
Yeah. Oh, definitely wakes up crying. But the most important part is that when she comes to, she's like, "It's him, the apothecary. He's the liar. We have to go after Firil."
Do I hear that?
Oh yeah, she's had
No,
that loud.
I'm running.
Cool. And yeah, when you say that, I just roll for it. 1 second. Oh, what are you gonna do? You gonna
Grab
jump on-
Thann.
I thought you were gonna jump on his back and go charge.
I can't
Just like
believe
old times.
Kaida. I can't believe that. He has our blood.
I know.
Motherfucker.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah. When you told Keth dropped you,
Yeah.
What?
and you fall back onto Leclerc.
Who's now dead? Right.
I will just take a really quick moment to say, I'm so sorry. Goodbye. And then I'm gonna shout for Belisar! Belisar!
You can hear from inside the cave that there are screams and fighting.
Oh, shit.
And you can also hear something else. You haven't heard it for a long time. But I'll get back to that. Meanwhile, in the woods, it's starting to get windy.
Like, I'm just gonna say one thing because I've been calling this for a long time.
Yeah, I know.
But I don't. I'm not sure if it's if Firil has ever said anything about it, or has she or has she not? Because I don't remember.
Oh, you've been suspicious from day one. Probably.
I
You
don't know.
definitely mentioned it before.
I have, but I don't know if I mentioned it as a player
I'm
or
going to
as
say
a.
you are a bit suspicious because
She's
you were,
suspicious to everyone, but you
Yeah.
haven't said it out loud to anyone.
No.
I
In
don't know.
character.
I don't remember if I did or not.
I'm going to say you did.
Okay.
I'm going to say that you're behind him. That you're keeping your eye on him.
Yeah. As I said before, I am keeping an eye on him, and I am in shadow. I just haven't rolled for it yet, but I did specify that earlier. So
Yes, you did.
The problem is,
yeah, that's fine.
he stops in the copse. And it starts to rain. And he takes his mask off, like revealing the entirety of his darkspawn features. He's got the same black, cracked, lava-scarred skin.
Ugh.
Like, we're talking Dragon Age Origins, not the crap that was in Dragon Age 2. With this kind of weird Mohican that's almost dreadlocked. It's simply practicalities to keep it out of the way. And he just lets the rain wash over him. Finally. And then he turns to the 4 assassins in the woods and goes, "It's knock knock." And they all suddenly turn and start looking for you. What's worse is they take off their masks and they're darkspawn too.
Oh shit.
And that's where we're going to end it.
Oh my god!
Then I know where every one of them are.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Don't worry, this isn't one of those like,
She was the
disappear
best
moments.
person to send out on that.
You know what? You were this close to sending out Keth.
Yeah. Oh
my
goodness, that
God.
would have been so bad!
He could have died.
He could
He
have.
could have died.
By
You
the
probably
way,
would.
incidentally, just so people wondering why Kaida let them up like that, I rolled 3 freaking 1s on a stealth roll. And I'm like, how could she fuck it up for everyone else? Because I don't want to do comical here,
No.
because it would have been like, la-di-da-di-da, I tripped up over my freaking shoelaces and died a dragon. Or she spontaneously turned into a dragon for like 3 seconds, knocked over 2 huts, and then just sneezed flames.
The chat, for the record, the chat is like, holy shit, you guys hurt my ears! And everyone's like, my ears!
No,
Yeah,
I'm sorry!
I'm sorry about that. Did I remind you that we're near the end now?
Mhm. Oh,
You didn't even
intense.
hear all of the news either. There's other stuff that's going on. It's gonna be a rush.
This is good. I like it.
Yeah. Oh.
Are you awake now?
Definitely.
For a moment.
Yeah, like,
Jesus.
Yarg. But yeah, I think we've agreed now that the next time we meet, it's gonna be to do a quick recap of everything.
Yeah.
This can be great for those of us who haven't known all of the stuff that's going on.
I also
Quick
think
tech check.
that we should do a pre-stream
Mm-hmm.
so that we can test tech and check all
Yeah.
the issues.
That's what I was suggesting with
Yeah.
regards to
Yeah.
a
recap.
session between this one and the next one so we can test it out.
Oh,
Also,
I see.
we can discuss the other stuff Fateful Fumble does.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you haven't tried it already, Vampire the Masquerade is a great game, and I think the podcast for Chicago by Night is great because I'm in it. And I get to be a player for once while while Ola actually takes up the reins of being a GM.
Yeah.
That poor man.
The sexy GM.
The sexy GM.
He is.
I am not even joking. And on that note, unless anyone has anything to add, I'm going to say goodbye.
No, well, we'll try to be back in 2 weeks' time as normal.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see how we go.
Yeah. And depending on things, we'll have a pre-stream and an episode.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I am not happy about this tech stuff. It has been eating me up the entire evening. So, yeah, we're gonna fix that shit.
Mm-hmm. In any case, thanks for watching and being
Yeah.
patient with us.
Stay faithful! Yay! Stay
Join our
faithful!
Discord.
Yeah.
We can
Follow
sit.
us on Instagram!
Yeah, we
Like,
can.
subscribe, and follow, and all that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if you join Discord, you can join me or Ula or whomever is online there. We can sit and
I was
chat in a
online
fan group
Yeah.
about episodes.
Or other
Yay!
things.
Yeah.
Don't talk
Finally,
about flowers